African time. Yeah, and the venue is supposed to be a hybrid event, actually. So it's being hosted also at for people that are physical. There's a Cheska Global Solutions Limited, 2 Okolawaja Street, that is really nice. And this is the Agent Camp Lagos, Nigeria. And that's a link on website. This is really an event by the global AI community. Okay, my name is Franca Ibuzo. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and an AI strategist. Okay. Okay, I'm going to play a video. Yeah, a video so we can watch through. It's the keynote address. Please let me know if you can hear it. Can we all hear the video? Can anyone hear it?
No.
No. No, okay, let me share my sound again. I'll share my sound. I'll share my sound. Okay. I'm going to reshare and share my sound, yeah, so that you can hear the video. Can anyone hear it now? Can I have a thumbs up if you can hear it?
Thrilled to be part of the global AI community.
Thrilled to be part of the global AI community.
I'm thrilled to be part of the global AI community.
Thrilled to support our community.
And I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
Let me start from the beginning.
Swadika. I am Thiraset, the chapter lead for Bangkok, Thailand.
Thrilled to be part of the global AI community.
Thrilled to be part of the global AI community.
I'm thrilled to be part of the global AI community.
Thrilled to support our community.
And I'm thrilled to be a part of the global AI community.
Hello everyone and welcome to Agent Camp 2026. My name is Henk.
I'm Donna. Both of us are at Microsoft. We work on the developer relations team. That means our job is to relate with devs like all of you. So Henk, today we have some news.
Yes. So over the past 7 years, we brought you the Global AI Bootcamp. But today, we bring you Agent Camp 2026.
Okay, so let's talk about Global AI Bootcamp a little bit. Last year, how many people did these Global AI Bootcamps all over the world?
All over the world, we had 250,000 people watching or joining a Global AI Bootcamp.
That is a lot of nerds. I love this for you. That is so cool. Okay, so this year with Agent Camp, Global AI Bootcamp's getting a glow up.
Exactly.
We've now introducing Agent Camp, and it's completely focused on AI agents, right?
Yes.
And not just building them, right? Because you've seen a lot about how do you build an agent. How do you actually make the agent good? How do you actually deploy the agent? How do you get people to use it? So there's a lot of things around agents that people have been asking us about. So we thought, you know what? Let's make a camp about it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yes. And that camp wouldn't have been possible without all the organizers that actually organized this event for you today.
Okay, go organizers, because honestly, putting on these is a labor of love, and all of you care so deeply about your communities, and we see that and we appreciate it. So thank you so much for putting on this Agent Camp on behalf of your community. So Henk, you and I can yap all day about AI agents as we do, but people see us enough. So given that we're at Microsoft and you know it's raining, why don't we go corral some very senior people who know a little something about this space? You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that and go back inside.
Then let's go back inside. All right, we will see you in a bit.
Hey, look who I found. It's Lily. Hi Lily, thank you so much for joining me. You have created Bot Framework, and you're now running Microsoft Research for the Americas.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey over the last 10 years. And I think some of the things that we started with are still fundamental. We were really inspired by WeChat in China and how people in China were using WeChat to do everything. every action, every app is all integrated into WeChat. And so we started the bot framework with 2 people, and it has really grew and evolved into Copilot Studio, which allows pretty much anyone to create their own Copilot. And so that's just been an amazing journey.
Oh, fantastic. So it went from a research project all the way to everyone can build an agent now. So what is your prediction for 2026?
So we've gone from hackathons and small teams of developers building things, growing into these huge projects is just going to be something that we see more and more. For me, in 2026, just something that happened to me in the last couple of weeks, my son was hit by a moped, he's fine, and ended up in the ER. So I thought what was interesting even for me is the first place that I went was my agent to ask them, what should I do? What's happening in Denver where he lives? How can he find a place to schedule an MRI? Should he get a low-res MRI or a high-res MRI? So I just had so many questions, and the agent did such a great job in connecting me to information, but there was still a gap in actually scheduling the MRI. And once I get the MRI, seeing that analysis, sharing that with my son and communicating or giving that information to the doctors. So I think this next year is really going to be about stabilizing some of these interfaces so we can really connect these actions together in a secure way, and also making sure that it's not just you communicating with your agent and your services, but being able, like our vision back with WeChat, to connect to other people and communicate and combine your one-on-one interactions with the shared interactions that are most meaningful in your life.
Oh, that would be amazing. So we would go from everyone can build an agent to everyone that can use an agent.
Yeah, and using agents to do really sophisticated things that go from all your daily actions to kind of these deeper problems and challenges that you have that you want to achieve.
Yes, that would be so helpful. Lily, thank you so much for your time. Let's see who Donna runs into.
All right, friends, so I was crawling the halls of Microsoft and we ran into our old friend, Dean Kergnen, who many of you remember from Global AI Bootcamp from 7 years ago when he was working on some incredible automotive technology and an early version of what you're working on now. So right now, a big issue all of you brought up is how do you make AI more reliable and more resilient? And Dean, I hear you've got something very, very cool.
So our technology is called Guidance, and it addresses this problem that's really at the heart of AI. AI models are probabilistic, hard to control. Especially in software development, engineers need determinism. So we worked on a technology that would bring those two worlds together and allow engineers to have a fine-grained level of control on the outputs of an AI model, down to the individual token.
Okay, that's cool and new, because many of you have been saying, how can we take the coolness of LLMs, but reduce some of the randomness?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And when I was last on this program, I was in MSR. We were incubating this technology, and I moved to Core AI, where we can bring it into product. And it's been a really exciting transition for me.
I love that. And for all of you following along at home, Core AI are the product team who bring you things like Microsoft Foundry, the Azure AI Agent Service, Responsible AI, Dashboard, all evals, all of those things. So it's so cool to take something so scientific and apply it to shipping product that all of you are probably getting hands-on with today. Okay, so this brings us to our next point. We were talking earlier, and you said one of the things that all of us, we're all seeing a problem with is actually the usage of AI in organizations. Because a lot of people are very confused about how do you actually drive AI adoption. So what are you working on in this space?
Yeah, so this has been another part of my job where we're looking at how teams at Microsoft adopt AI and looking at how we can actually adopt it and bring it into our workflow faster. It's surprisingly hard to do when you work in a high-pressure environment where there's always a time crunch.
Yes.
And learning anything new takes time, dedication, and practice. One of the tips that we found, and something that's working really well, is we encourage teams not to start with the technology of AI, but by really understanding their workflows. Thinking about what are the fundamental problems that I need to solve, and then picking the AI tools that most effectively address them. It constrains the problem space, it gives you more focus, and it ensures that you'll get a lot more immediate impact from the tools that you are learning and onboarding. One really cool rule of thumb we've got is the rule of 5. If you do anything in your job 5 times a month, it's a good candidate for automation. This is how you can pinpoint things that are going to actually give you a big lift if you automate.
I love this because you're putting a formula and a framework around choosing a formula and framework of your AI use cases and scenarios and workflows. Because a lot of people are just doing spaghetti at the wall at this point, saying, oh, let's list 100 scenarios and choose randomly. But I like this idea of saying, if you do something 5 times a month, this is a very good candidate to try to AI it. And I know internally we've been working on these kinds of workflows as well, like pulling from the bug database or pulling from the events database, and how can we drive some robustness into that process?
Yes.
That is very, very cool.
There's another tip that is working really well, and the problem of changing how you work is that most of the way you work, especially in software, but really in any industry, it is a result of the habits that you've acquired over many, many years of doing work in a certain way. AI creates all sorts of opportunities, but you need to change the habits in order to bring it in and make it central to how you work. So one of the things we work with teams on is thinking about the habits that they've built up, proactively practicing in ways that break the old habits and instill new habits. And that's where you see the real unlock with AI, is where you're not just learning the tools, but you're fundamentally transforming the way you work. And you can actually really put AI at the core of how you get things done.
That is such an interesting thought, because we're not just talking about, hey, let's jam this new product into your workflow. You're saying, where do you go today, and how can you go somewhere else? So it's changing the habit, just a human behavior pattern, just like changing any habit.
Yeah.
Like instead of doom scrolling, go to the gym. Instead of eating Snickers bars, have the watermelon or whatever it is. So instead of using that tool, go to this tool.
It's similar to when as Microsoft, we adapted the growth mindset.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Satya was so brilliant at this, where he said, we need to take the invisible systems of how the company runs and make them visible. And we have to study and understand the habits that are there, and only then can we transform them. And that's exactly how we encourage teams to look at AI. Really inventory how you're working, match AI to how it can really transform it, and then practice. Because habit formation takes time and effort, as in anything, health, sports, dieting, all of those things.
I love that you're actually tying AI to human behavior rather than trying to change human behavior with a newfangled tool. We're trying to say, how can we augment human behavior just like we would with any other thing on the planet? I think that's super clever. That's awesome.
The term, ever since I was in research, that I really cottoned on to is human AI complementarity. And if we can really understand what we as humans are doing well, and it tends to be the things that we dislike that AI tends to be very good at. And so there's this opportunity, when you embrace AI in the right way, to become more productive and to make your work more joyful.
Right.
And for me, that's just the ultimate outcome and the ultimate promise of AI.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is super cool. Dean, this has been a delightful conversation. Thank you so much. Friends, have a spectacular Agent Camp. But before I leave you, we've got one more surprise from Jay Parikh, who we corralled at Ignite a few weeks ago.
My name is Jay Parikh, and I lead the Core AI team here at Microsoft. Now, Core AI is focused on empowering everyone to shape the future with AI. We bring an entire set of AI-powered tools for developers that allow you to build AI applications on an agent factory with security and trust baked in from the start, and giving you a flexible deployment model from the cloud to the edge. Now, that is composed today of GitHub and Foundry. We're seeing this transformation from where we used to build software in these deterministic systems with sort of hard requirements into a new world where we're able to build a different type of applications, because now at the center of this application is we have models that can think, that can plan, that can reason, that can call tools, so that they can actually do more complex tasks, more complex workflows. And where we're headed with this, I believe, is continued need to build more and more software, and software of a different type, so that we can really tap into all of this potential intelligence that's embedded and programmed into these models. Building on this, we should be able to explore all sorts of new types of ambitions. We should be able to apply these models plus the software that we're building in a different way, to explore new the drug discoveries, to provide better healthcare, to improve education for everybody around the world, and to actually be able to catalyze new types of businesses all around the world. I think it's just a fantastic time, if you're a builder, if you're a developer, to be using these tools all the time. And if you're in the camp today where you're using it occasionally and you use it and you're just like amazed by what it can do for you, then chances are is you're not using AI and these tools, you're not using them enough. And you're not pushing them and delegating enough complex tasks and questions to it. So it is really important to carve out that time to be using these tools more and more, to be throwing more like difficult tasks at these tools, to be trying lots of different tools, to be trying lots of different models, to be curious and learning how to get the right answers from this technology day in and day out. So it's just really important to start everything you do with AI and work through that task using these tools, exploring it, and really driving your creativity through this curiosity of AI. Have a fantastic event, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, can I have a thumbs up if you like the video and if it learns a lot about AI? Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So this is the agenda. I'm going to go through the agenda real quick. We have some workshops. She said it's. Please, can you mute yourself? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so we just had the keynote address, and we have workshops on transforming business workflows with generative AI. The speakers are myself and Joan Ibuzo. And we have also this from automation and to AI agents, building intelligent assistants with Microsoft Copilot Studio. We have that. Then we have process. Okay, this is going to be taken by Shagun. He will be representing Mr. Ayodeji Falani. We have the process optimization with AI agents by Olive, and build a pizza or amala. Ordering agent with Microsoft Foundry and MCP by Luashi. Yeah. So we'll be closing at 7. Tolu, you want to take it away? Tolu, you have the floor. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, yeah,
Tolu,
yes. Tolu,
and I'll be guiding conversations today so that we can move as swiftly as possible. So Ms. Franca Ibuzo is passionate about capacity development in information technology with technical expertise in data analytics, agile scrum, business analytics, web development, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. With well over 30 years of experience in marketing, training, and the IT industry.
Okay.
She has over 20 years of experience in finance, accounting, and business strategy, helping individuals and organizations make informed decisions, improve performance, and navigate change with confidence.
Sorry,
Tolu, that's somebody else's profile you're reading.
John, did you say something? Hello?
Okay. Sorry, give me a minute, please.
Oh, you can't hear her.
So I would like to also introduce, so people, can we give a round of applause? Use your react button to welcome Franca Ibuzo. You've met her before, but we can still react to call her up stage again. Please, can we get some reactions? Thank you. So now I would also like to call Joanne, as they'll be having the training together. So Joanne, she has over 20 years of experience in finance, accounting, and business strategy, helping individuals and organizations make informed decisions. She improves performance and navigates change. Alongside her background in finance, she holds multiple Microsoft certifications and works as a business analyst and as a data analyst using data and modern tools, including responsible AI, to create clarity and insight. People, can we use our reaction button to give a round of applause for Ms. Joanne Ibuzo?
Okay,
Today, we're speaking on transforming business workflows with generative AI.
Okay, thanks, Tolu. Okay, her name is pronounced Joan, actually. Maybe she was correcting you there.
Okay, Joan Ibuzo.
Joan. Yes, thank you.
I can't see enough reactions. Can we give a reaction? Can we give a clap? Just click on your reaction button. You can give a thumbs up, you can give a clap, you can give love. All right. Okay, over to you, Joan and Franca. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Tolu. So I'll share my screen and take it off from there. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Transforming business workflows with generative AI. Can we all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at. Yeah, we'll be looking at generative AI. Generative AI creates new content with simple descriptions. Yeah, I'm going to define that. Let's look at 1 minute. Okay. So can somebody tell me, what do you understand by AI? Somebody wants to share? We've heard so much about AI. So what is AI in your own words? Can somebody tell us? You can unmute and speak. Can't hear anybody.
AI.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
AI is basically automation of a workflow that is a branch of science that's where machine is made to reason like human, to assist in workflow.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah. It's also a branch of AI designed to produce brand new content like images. Yeah, so with AI, you can produce images, videos, texts, or even audio. Yeah, just from a simple description. Yeah, you prompt it and it would, you can prompt it to give you images, videos. Yeah. It's also, generative AI is, like I mentioned, is a branch of artificial intelligence that creates completely new content instead of simplifying and analyzing existing data. Yeah. Okay. It uses advanced mathematical models to learn patterns from existing data to generate high quality human-like results, just like you said, yeah? Imitating humans. And it's designed for business users with minimal technical expertise. You can use templates and simple prompts to enhance your workflow. Yeah, you can tell it what you want, prompt it, yeah, and it will give you what you want. So understanding the difference between sorting, I'm going to go really fast so that, because of time, yeah. You could use it to boost productivity by focusing on innovation over routine tasks. Yeah, so you can automate mundane tasks, like things you do repeatedly, you can automate it. Yeah. For example, instead of manually writing an email or designing a flyer from scratch, you could use generative AI to create a first draft, and you can simply by giving it instructions, prompts are instructions you give it to create it for you. Yeah. So one important thing to note is that generative AI is becoming increasingly accessible. Yeah, accessible, and you do not need to be a programmer or a data scientist to use it effectively. Once you give it your prompts, your natural language, your English language, tell it what to do, and it does it. So most modern AI tools are designed for business users and rely on simple conversational prompts, templates, and guided workflows. Yeah, like you saw in the video. Yeah. Okay, so like I did mention, you can automate mundane tasks, instantly draft emails, summarize long reports, and generate meeting notes to reclaim valuable time. And with AI, you can enhance creativity. You get instant ideas for marketing campaigns, product designs, or content structures to overcome creative blocks. Yeah, so within minutes, you could create your content once you give it a prompt. Yeah. And also, you have streamlined workflows. You reduce the time spent on routine administrative activities, allowing you to focus on high-value strategic planning. Yeah. So you use your AI for task automation, it helps with creative support, workflow efficiency, and strategic innovation. Yeah, please, if you have any questions, please, you could raise your hands or drop it on the chat, and I'll take it as we go on. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to talk about the ethical AI usage. This ensures fairness, transparency, and security. Yeah, fairness and inclusiveness. That's here you avoid bias, make systems accessible. Please, can you mute yourself if you're not speaking? Yeah, because this is being recorded. We don't want, yeah, okay. All right, so these are the principles of AI, yeah. You have reliability and safety, privacy and security, transparency and accountability. So for fairness and inclusiveness, yeah, AI should treat people fairly and avoid bias or discrimination. You shouldn't discriminate. You shouldn't, for gender, we don't want to discriminate against gender, or, yeah. Yeah, so also for reliability and safety, we designed this for robust and predictable behavior. Yeah, it needs to privacy and security. Yeah, you protect user data and comply with regulations. Yeah, for inclusiveness, like I did mention inclusiveness with that, AI solutions should be accessible to people of different backgrounds and abilities. Yeah, for the disabled, you have the blind people, you include them. Yeah, you include them, and also for privacy and security, yeah, organizations must protect user data and comply with regulations and security standards. Yeah, and the transparency and accountability. You explain limitations. Yeah, okay, I talked about that, and accept organizational responsibility. Like a human needs to be accountable. You can't say if something goes wrong, you don't want to say, no, this is AI. Somebody needs to be accountable. Yeah. So accountability means organizations or individuals remain responsible for how AI systems are used, yeah, and the outcomes they produce. So somebody needs to be held responsible. So these principles help ensure that AI adoption is ethical, trustworthy, and beneficial for everyone. Yeah. And okay, we'll look at the Microsoft 365 Copilot is built on trust and ethical standards. Yeah. Have the grounded responses. Copilot bases its outputs on your organization data, yeah, via Microsoft Graph, providing citations for transparency and accuracy. Yeah. So it's once you have that, you have the it's grounded. It knows your data, it has your data once you train it. Yeah. So, and you have the content moderation. It's built in, you have the built-in AI classifiers and filters. This prevents the generation of harmful and offensive or inappropriate content. Yeah. Privacy by design. Your data is protected by enterprise-grade security. It is not used to train the foundational global AI models. Okay, and your AI workflow companion for daily productivity. Yeah, we have versatile integration. Yeah, the Copilot is embedded. Yeah, you have it it works seamlessly across Word, Excel, the Office suite, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams to assist you where you work. Yeah. And natural interaction communicates using natural language, your English language. You can ask it questions like I mentioned. Yeah. Just talk to it like you would a human assistant or colleague. Yeah, your co-pilot. Remember, you are the pilot. You're the pilot, and you have this co-pilot, and you can your assistant is your assistant. Yeah, we should always the human. As the human, you're the pilot. Yeah, you have the final decision. Yeah. And context awareness, this understands your specific business context by securely assessing your data through the Microsoft Graph. Then we can summarize threads with AI, draft code documents, analyze complex data, and even create presentation outlines. Yeah? The PowerPoint outlines, you can do that here. Okay, let's look at prompts. I've been talking about prompts. We'll look at how to craft effective prompts. Yep. Yeah, this unlocks the full power of Copilots. Like I did mention, you give it your prompt and it comes up with what you want. There's an acronym we normally use, CRAFTS. Yeah, CRAFTS. C stands for context. The R is the role. A, action. F, format. Yeah, and T, the tone. So this summarizes what I have on the screen here. So the goal is the what. Clearly state what you want Copilot to do. Yeah, you want it to draft an email or summarize this report or create a table. You have to tell it what you want to do. You have to tell Copilot what you want. Yeah, what you want it to do. Then the context is the why or who. You provide background information. Why do you need this? Who is the intended audience? Yeah. Why and the who. Who, suppose you're presenting, you're doing a presentation. Who is your audience? Yeah. Okay, you need to specify the context. Then source, the where. Source is the where. Specify which information or documents Copilot should use as a reference for its response. Suppose you want to summarize an email. You have to tell it the source. You have to tell it what email to summarize. Or if you're summarizing a proposal, yeah, you need to reference that proposal. Where expectations are how. Define the desired format, tone, and length. Yeah, professional tone. How do you want it? How do you want your output? Do you want it as a professional tone, or you want bullet points, or you want a short paragraph? You have to tell it the format you want and the tone you want. Do you want it as a friendly tone? Yeah. So you need to specify the tone you want. Yeah. So I did mention crafts, and you could also write that down, and that summarizes what I just mentioned. So yeah, maximize quality by being specific and conversational. So these are the do's and the don'ts. Yeah. I did mention that you be specific and clear when you are prompting. Yeah, and avoid vague language. And so it doesn't hallucinate, because if it doesn't understand what you're talking about, if it's confused, it starts hallucinating. So you need to be specific. You shouldn't be vague. Okay, so provide context, tone, and required length, like I did mention. Yeah. And you don't use slang or jargon or informal language. Yeah. So he understands what you're saying, just plain English. Yeah. Keep it conversational and give feedback. Give multiple, and you don't give multiple conflicting instructions, or you'll be confused. Yeah. It has to be, you need to be specific what the instructions you're giving. Okay, and you always review all outputs for accuracy and style. Yeah, I did mention that you are always the pilots. You're the pilots. Yeah, so you need to always review the outputs to make sure that's what you want. Yeah, and you don't interrupt or change topics abruptly. You get it confused. So always keep a human in the loop. That's you. Yeah. Because you're the pilot. Review co-pilot's responses for accuracy before using them in business critical tasks. Okay. So we'll look at some okay, here, preparing for a critical project update meeting or projects. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to summarize, you ask co-pilot to summarize recent emails and team chats regarding the project status. To do that, so these are like demos you could do. You can identify, if you want to identify, you can extract key action items, pending decisions, and potential risks from the summary. You could ask people, you could use that as one of your prompts. Yeah. If you're doing a draft, you could generate a professional meeting agenda and a pre-read document for stakeholders. And it generates it for you. Yeah. Okay. And if you want to create, you could create you can produce a high-level summary slide to be used in the final presentation deck. So you could use it to create slides. Yeah, professional slides, PowerPoint slides. So these are some prompts you could give it. Yeah. What I'll do is, Joan, you can come in here. Then I'll before we do the hands-on. Joan, you have the floor.
Yeah, hi. Hi, yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for that, Franca. Thank you very much. Well done, well done.
Thank you. Sorry, 1 minute there. Let me, I want to turn off my, yeah.
So please, you're going to share the screen for me because.
Yeah, I was going to turn off the camera, but okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just going to, because we're running.
All right, go on, please. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I'm just going to, move a
Okay.
bit fast. I suppose you all can hear me. Can I have a thumbs up if you can hear me, please? Okay, I suppose
We can hear you.
me. Okay, thanks. So we're going to look at different scenarios, and we're going to look at real-world workflow examples. So we're going to look at different work scenarios and some case studies. First of all, I'm going to take it from the customer service. We're going to look at what the old way of doing things and the new way, which I term with Gen AI. So the old way in which we used to do things and what we should be doing now with Gen AI. So depending on what department you're in or depending on what office you're in, see how you used to do things and see how you can apply Gen AI in what you do now. So first of all, I'm going to take customer service, complaints handling. So the old way of doing things, a staff member reads every complaint email. That's what we used to do. Types a response, logs it in a spreadsheet. This takes hours. So, but with Gen AI, the AI reads incoming emails, drafts a professional response, categorizes the complaint, and suggests a resolution in seconds. Highest in minutes if you've been doing seconds if you've been doing it over and over again, but in minutes if it's your first time or your second time. So a real example, a case study is a Lagos logistics company uses AI to handle delivery complaints emails. Response time could probably drop from 6 hours to 20 minutes. These are proven studies. So the second one is report writing and summaries. Report writing and summaries. See how you used to do it the old way and see how you can do it now with generative AI. So the old way, a manager spends Friday afternoon compiling weekly sales data in a work report. But with Gen AI, you paste the raw numbers in, give a simple instruction, and the AI writes the full report with insights and recommendations in 2 minutes. Voila. So this is a case study. Microsoft Copilot helps finance teams turn Excel data into boardroom-ready reports automatically. So are you a HR or recruitment person or in that department? The old way in which we used to do things, if you still have that old mentality of HR reading 200 CVs. I remember a few weeks ago we had an opening in my company and we needed like about 2 staff. We had about 50 CVs coming. So a HR would write, this is the old way, writes interview questions from scratch. But with Gen AI, AI can scan all 200 CVs, shortlist based on your criteria. So it will shortlist this based on your criteria and generate tailored interview questions before your first cup of tea in the morning or in the afternoon if you take cups of tea in the afternoon. So an example here, a case study here, companies use AI-assisted hiring cut screening times by 75%. So if you're in the marketing or you do a lot of content creation, which I do, and I suppose a lot of us do, and I know we have some media company here and they do a lot of content creation. So the old way, business owners spends the whole weekend whole day, whole evening, writing captions, emails, and product descriptions. But with Gen AI, you describe your product or service, and AI generates the captions you want. An email, a newsletter, and a product description. You just pick and post. And like Franca mentioned earlier on, you have to write your prompts properly for you to generate a good content for you. So a case study here is an Abuja fashion brand uses ChatGPT to write all their Instagram captions and product listing. The owner now spends that time with clients, that one-on-one with the clients, spends more time with the clients to generate more revenue rather than spending a lot of time on content creation. So if you do a lot of meetings, your manager, your board of director, you do meetings, and you want meeting summaries and action points, the old way in which we used to do things, some are frantically scribbling notes in a meeting. Like when you have a meeting, you see people scrambling, that's taking notes, then spends an hour typing them up and sending to the team. But with AI, this is a new way of doing things with generative AI. AI tools like Microsoft Copilot in Teams transcribes the entire meeting, pulls out an action point, assigns owners, and sends summary automatically. So a case study, this is live in Microsoft Teams today, used by companies across Africa and globally. So if you are still a business and you do a lot of invoices and document processing, the old way in which you used to do things, accounts team manually enters invoice details from PDFs into an accounting system. And as humans, you know that errors happen. And it is slow. I can testify that. But with Gen AI, this is a new way of doing things. AI reads the PDF invoice, extracts the data, and populates the system automatically. It flags anything unusual, incorrect, or incomplete data. It cites that. And unusual, so flags anything unusual for human review. So the real life scenario or case study is, example, banks and insurance companies in Nigeria are already piloting this for document processing. So lastly, we see that I've got inputs and an arrow pointing AI thinks. So you're the one that is coming up with the data, the context. So AI is your co-pilot, like Franca has been repeating, is your co-pilot, it won't replace you. So it helps you think. Then you are the human. You do the reviews, you do the judgment, then you have a fantastic output at the end of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Franca.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jerome. Yeah. I don't see any thumbs up for her or any emojis. Let's, yeah. A round of applause for her. Okay, now I'll go on to do some let's do some hands-on and let's see what we have. I'm going to go on to Copilot and okay. Okay. Okay, has anybody, I need to know if anybody has used co-pilots. Yeah, can you raise your hands or can you put it on the chat if you've used co-pilot? In any of the suits? You can unmute and tell us what you've done with it. Let's know, let's share. Who has used it and what have you used it for? Anybody? I can't see the chat. So
search for email.
yeah, you can unmute and speak. Sorry?
I've used it to search my mailbox.
To search your mailbox.
Yes. For email, for some mails that are past years, so that I got past, there was an issue, so I had to search my mailbox for some emails. I use the, but not Copilot.
What do you use?
I use Gemini.
Okay, you use Gemini.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, can you, what's your name? Can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're joining from?
Me? Yes. My name is Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday.
Tell us where you're joining from.
Vanguard. From
Which
Vanguard.
organization? Okay, from Vanguard. Okay, you're welcome. Yes. So who else has used Copilot?
I've also used it to write a recommendation letter.
To do what?
Write a recommendation letter for a lady who had worked in Vanguard before. She said I should write a recommendation letter for her for a university abroad.
Okay.
So I used AI to compose the mail. Then I revised it and sent. Okay.
Okay, that's very good. So who else?
Well, I got, okay, I'll introduce myself. Also from Vanguard, I got our...
Sorry, you didn't tell us your name?
Omasa Dudu from Vanguard.
Okay, yeah.
So worked with the IT manager. We had an advert for an HR manager. And I think we had over 150 applications. So we typed in what we wanted and it sieved out the best 10 for us. And those are the people we're going to interview.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here, this is my...
Franca, someone's got their hand up. T.O.
Yeah.
T.O., do you have a question?
Okay, go on. Please unmute yourself and ask. Or you want to? Yeah, go on. Can hardly hear you. Are you speaking?
She's got her hands up here.
Yes, you can unmute and ask your question if you have a question. Introduce yourself, tell us your name and go on with your question. Okay, if you're not able to do that, you can put your question down on the chat. Yeah, we'll take it later. Okay, so this is my...
Sorry, can you all hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Go on.
Okay, yeah, my name is Edith. I want to talk about how I've used or how I'm still using Copilot.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Been...
I didn't get your name.
My name is Edith.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk about how I have used and I'm currently using Copilot.
Okay.
Copilot has been very useful to me in writing my book. I'm writing a children's book. I come up with my ideas. I feed it to Copilot and give it the prompt I want, and then it gives me like let me say a better version of how my intended readers will read the book, will enjoy the book. It gives me more wordings and it helps me also think, and it's been very useful
in me writing my book, my children's book.
Okay, very good. Great, 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 great. Okay, so
thank you all.
You're welcome. Thank you to Edith. Yeah, great. So some of us are already using co-pilots, yeah, and to write books like Edith said, and to draft some documents. Yeah. Sunday said he used it for writing recommendations, recommendation for somebody, which is very good. Okay, this is my environment, yeah, and I did office.com to get here to this environment, and this is my co-pilot's environment. Says, hi, what can I help you with? Yeah, and I'm just going to give it a prompt. I'll tell it to write, yeah, would say, it gives you option even, can you see when I said write, it says, what do you want to do? You want to write a book on how to leverage AI in startups? So these are things, some of the things I've done before anyway. Or write a friendly and captivating response to that. Write a long incident report about delayed shipments. You can prompt it to write anything you want. But this time I'm going to write a blog post, yeah, about benefits of AI in business. Yeah. Okay, just put it. Okay, this, you don't even have to correct this because it's maths. Those you want to write that. Okay, so I'll hit the enter key here. And see, it comes up with that for you. So the benefits of artificial intelligence in business. Yeah, says here, artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic concept. It's a practical tool transforming how businesses operate today. From startups to global enterprises, organizations are leveraging AI to improve efficiency, enhance customer experiences, and drive innovation. In this blog post, we will explore the key benefits of AI in your business and why it has become a strategic necessity. Okay, I'm not going to go through all this, but I'll just give you the highlights. So you have increased efficiency and productivity, yeah, in business, enhanced decision making, yeah. You could prompt it on your systems and see what it comes up with. Improved customer experience, yeah. You have cost reduction, you have competitive advantage, yeah. Okay, better risk management and scalability and growth, innovation and new opportunities. Okay, so it comes up with all that for you. And in conclusion, it says artificial intelligence is fundamentally reshaping the business landscape. Its ability to improve efficiency, enhance decision-making, reduce cost, and drive innovation makes it an invaluable asset for modern organizations. Yeah, so at your time, you could prompt it and have a read. And it has some suggestions here. It says how to start AI adoption in your business. Yeah, if you want to start AI adoption in business, you could prompt that. What are the risks of AI in business? Yeah, you want to know that too. Yeah, and examples of successful AI implementation. These are things you can always prompt to check. It will give you an output that you would like to read. Okay, let's see. We've prompted this, how to start AI adoption in business. Yeah, let's just pick the first one and see what it has to tell us. Okay, say starting AI adoption in a business doesn't have to be overwhelming. Yeah, the key is to approach it strategically, starting small, building momentum over time. Here is a practical step-by-step guide to help you get started. So it tells you how to start AI adoption in your business. We first identify clear business problems. Yeah. Educate and align your team. Assess your data readiness. Yeah. AI depends on data. Yeah. Without it, it won't work effectively. You need data. So check, do you have enough data? Is your data clean and structured? As a data analyst, this is very important. I'm a data analyst, so you need to have your data. Because without data, yeah, I mean, AI needs data. So this is very important. Yeah. Is it accessible and secure? So you always have to clean your data. Yeah. And if not, start organizing your data. That's the first thing you need to do. Have your database, invest in basic data management tools. Okay. Then start small with pilot projects. So these are the things you could do to check, to start off using AI in your business. Run small pilot projects, measure results, and okay, you have good startup projects like you have this chatbots for customer support, AI powered email marketing, sales forecasting. You have all that. Choose the right tools and partners. Yeah, you don't need to build AI from scratch. Yeah. So integrate AI into existing workflows. Yeah, these are all we need. Yeah. Connect AI tools to current systems. Yeah, automate workflows gradually. Yeah, what you do repetitively, always automate it. Yeah, and yeah, measure ROI and track performance, return on investments, and track performance. You need to prove that AI delivers value, track metrics like the time saved, cost reduction, revenue increase, customer satisfaction, and error reduction. Yeah. And you scale gradually. So once your pilot projects succeed, expand AI into other departments, increase automation depth, and explore more advanced applications. Growth should be incremental and controlled. And you also need to address ethics, security, and compliance. A lot of people will ask for that, yeah? Okay, so AI adoption must be responsible. I did talk about AI principles. Yeah, we talked about security, privacy. Yeah, you don't want people's personal data out there. Yeah, it should be confidential. Yeah, so data privacy, especially customer data, like I just mentioned, bias in AI models, transparency in decision making. Yeah, it should be open. Let others know what you're doing. Train your staff, and you build trust by using AI ethically and securely. Yeah. Also build a long-term AI strategy. AI is not a one-time project. It's an ongoing journey. Your strategy should include clear goals and roadmap, budget allocation, talent development, yes. Train your team, staff, everybody needs to be trained to understand how AI works in your business and organization. So continuous improvement. Yeah. So treat AI as a core part of your business transformation. Okay. Like I did mention, start small, but think big. Focus on business value, not hype. Keep humans in the loop. That's you train your staff, train your team. Yeah. And iterate and improve continuously. Yes. Some people say, a lot of people say that AI will take their jobs, but no, AI will not take your job. You need to upskill. And that's why I keep saying train your staff, your team needs to be trained. Yeah. So AI won't take your job. Upskill, and because you need humans to also use these tools. So AI adoption isn't about replacing people, I just mentioned. It's about empowering them to work smarter. Businesses that take a structured, step-by-step approach will gain the most value while minimizing risks. Yeah. Okay, so you can keep prompting this if you want more. It says, if you want more, I can create a custom AI adoption plan tailored to your specific business or industry. Yeah, at your time, you can do this in your own. Create a tailored AI plan for your business or what industries benefit most from you, how to train staff or for AI tools. Yeah. So you can, it depends on your industry. If you're into, if your industry is like media, yeah, if it's a media organization, or if it's finance or whatever area, you can prompt it. Yeah. Do we have any questions before? Because we're rounding up 5 minutes. Any questions so far? So I can take your questions. Okay, while I'm waiting for your question, I'm going to prompt again. Yeah, if you want another prompt, you can always click on the new chart, yeah, to click a different prompt. Yeah. Okay, you can put down your questions on the chat while I'm typing the prompt. Questions, or you can unmute and ask the question. Suppose I want to summarize key benefits of using AI in customer service. So depending on your organization, you can also, if you want to know the key benefits of AI in health or finance or human resources, or whatever area you want, or the media, journalism, name it. Yeah. Okay, but this time I'm just going to do customer service. Do we have any questions on the chat? Or does anybody want to?
Hands.
Sorry?
2 hands that are raised. We've got 2 hands that are raised.
Okay, we have some hands raised.
Okay, 2 hands that are raised. Okay, unmute and ask your questions.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Gazi.
Okay, good afternoon.
How do we really get hands-on for co-pilots? Because I haven't done some practicals on it. So
sorry, say that again. I can hardly hear you.
How do we go hands-on with co-pilots? I need some practicals.
Oh, how do you go hands-on on co-pilots?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in front of your laptop or computer?
No.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
using my phone.
You're using your phone. Okay. Okay, I'll just tell you, if you have Edge, there are different ways to go on it. Yeah. Actually, there's a paid one. Yeah, but you have the free one you could use. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you. I'll come back to this. If you're in your system and you go to Edge, yeah, right here, can you see my screen? Yeah. This is this is a free one. You can also use it to chat. Can you see this?
I see a
Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Yes. So you can prompt. This is Copilot actually in Edge. you can either use this to chat. So it says message Copilot, or you could type in anything you want here. Yeah, this is one way to go about it. So you could use this, or you could, even if you do, yeah, you can use this anyway to start with. Though you have the paid one, yeah, you have the paid one and you have a free one too. If you do copilot.com, then you should be able to get into it, the free one too. Okay?
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
I'll have to try it out before.
Okay, yeah. Since you're on your phone, so if you were on the laptop, yeah, you would have tried it out. Any other question? Okay, I thought there were two hands up. Okay, any question? Okay, you can put your questions on the chat. I could go through it. Okay, so let's look at the key benefits of using AI in customer service. Yeah, you have 24/7 availability. Yeah, so AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants can handle customer inquiries at any time, day or night, without breaks. Yeah, this ensures continuous support across time zones. You have faster response times, cost efficiency, yeah, consistent service quality, scalability, okay? You have data insights and analytics. You have improved agent productivity. So by handling repetitive tasks, I've been mentioning that AI frees human agents to focus on complex issues, boosting efficiency and job satisfaction. Yeah. You also have multilingual support. AI can communicate in multiple languages, enabling companies to serve a global audience without requiring multilingual staff. Yeah. So, and it gives you other options too. You can also prompt it if you want options. On your own, you can do this. So you can list common challenges of AI in customer service. How does AI personalize customer interactions? What are the risks of using AI in support? So you can always do this on your own. Any questions with what we've done so far? Do we have any questions? Okay.
Another one, please. Are we going to get notes of this?
Sorry?
Are we going to get the notes, the literature?
You would get the recorded version. Yeah. If you put your name, if you put your name down or contact us, we would send you the recorded version. Yeah. Who is speaking? Who?
Thank you.
Who?
This is Gozi.
Who?
This is Gozi.
Okay. Please put your name down on the chat and you put down your email address too, so we can reach out to you. Okay. All right. So.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, Ma, are you done?
You're welcome. Any other question? No other question? Okay. There's no other question. We'll bring in the next speaker. The next speaker.
All right. I believe that's my cue.
Okay, Tolu, you want to take it from there?
Yes, please. Thank you so much, everyone. Please, can we give an amazing round of applause to Miss Franca and Miss Joan for that amazing presentation. I believe you have all learned a lot. Please, let's use our reaction button. All right. Thank you so much, Shegun and Gozi. I will be introducing our next speaker. He is MCT, MCSA, MCDA, MOS certified. He has 10 years experience in different sectors, 5 years plus business intelligence with BI experience and application development with Power Apps and Power Automate. He has trained over 6,000 on technical and soft skills.
Sorry, excuse me, sorry, 1 minute. Please, can you mute yourself if you're not speaking? Yeah, please mute yourself. Okay, Shegun, please share your screen since you'll be speaking next. And if you have your profile, you can. Shegun, are you on call? Can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself, please, Shegun?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sharing my screen now.
Okay, please share your screen. Don't have your slide, your introduction slide. So, okay, please go ahead and Tolu, can you?
All right.
Can you go ahead and introduce him, please?
He has trained over 6,000 on technical and soft skills, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Azure Artificial Intelligence, MS SQL, Microsoft Office tools. People, can we please give an amazing round of applause to Mr. Oluwasegun Odunigba. He'll be taking us on from automation to AI agents, building intelligent assistants with Microsoft Copilot Studio. Welcome, Mr. Shegun. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. And I will be filling in for Dr. Ayodeji Folarin. And so that's a quick introduction of myself. And the subject matter or the subject that we are looking at this particular afternoon is we're talking of from automation to AI agents. And this is one particularly amazing topic that I like to treat. Just like the person introducing said, I have spent years helping organizations move from manual work to intelligent automation. And it's Power Automates, Copilot Studio, AI tools, automation tools. They are all tools that I use a lot. And it's an amazing, it's an amazing tool that a lot of people should actually get involved or get into to be able to move from that particular stage of personal development to organization-wide processes, as the case may imply. And so this particular session, I'm going to be speaking as an AI consultant. I'll be speaking as an AI developer as well, an automations expert, because that is what I do. I will also be sharing some real-life experiences with us because it's also something we can learn from. And so I don't just teach in the class. I also go to organizations. I also go out there. I carry out automations, AI integrations, AI adoption activities as well to be able to help organizations move from just manual work, manual paperwork to intelligent automation. So please give me a moment. I need to stop sharing this screen and then change a thing or two. Sorry. So I want to be able to.
Okay, sorry. Only if you have your hands up. Only if you have a question. Olive, you want to unmute?
I think she was.
Sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. No, I don't.
I think she,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does.
You want to put your hands down?
All right. So please feel free to ask any question during this session. I will be sharing my screen. Okay, so please confirm that you can see my screen and you can hear me properly. And then we go on into what we have for today.
Yes, we can see your screen. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, can see your screen.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to put up my trainer. No, okay. So, all right. So what we have for today, basically, like someone actually said recently, someone has been mentioning earlier that AI, when a lot of people were asked over time that how do you use AI? How do you make use of AI? What are your experiences with AI? You know, a lot of people have already talked about how they use AI. A lot of people have mentioned using AI, ChatGPT, using AI for personal things, personal development,
And I think one major thing that I would like to actually bring into this particular session is using AI for organization-wide processes. And that's why that's where I'm coming in from today. So what I'll be doing is I'll be talking about access of AI, organizations' usage of AI, and how they are actually, used within the organizations, within companies, within, as the case may imply. It's very important for us to know how these tools are available. It's just like the organization. I've been to trainings and I asked them in the training, do you have this particular tool? And they say no, they don't have it. And I take them to their particular or their Office 365 account and I show them the tools and they actually have it. And that's another very important thing. There is a particular gap. It's just like your company paying for a gym subscription and you are not using it. So last month I was training a particular bank, and when I started training and we spoke, we're training on Copilot, and our training on Copilot, when we started and did and all of that, it happened that they all had access to Copilot, they all had access to Power Automate, but they could not use it, or they did not even know that they had the access to those tools at all. And so that's another thing that, a lot of people should actually see, a lot of people should be exposed to. And that's why I'm here to actually speak to us. I'm here to actually expose us to all these tools that are very, very important. So, AI access is very, very high, but integration maturity is extremely low. So there are a lot of people, most workers, I listened to our conversation earlier and I see that a lot of people use ChatGPT. A lot of companies actually pay for Copilot. However, even some people don't even know how to use, or they don't even understand how to use the Copilot or where to even find Copilots. And so that is one particular problem. They are left, and there's a lot of pressure from the organization, from the company, to meet up with tasks, with targets, and so many other things. And this is a particular issue that Copilot is here to solve. And that's another thing that we're going to be looking at today. So automation tools, they exist, but they are poorly integrated. So you have this particular system, but how do they speak to each other? And that's one thing that I step into an organization. I look at all your processes, and I know how to connect everything together to give you synergy within the organization, to give you a particular build for your system, and then give you the best productivity, as the case may imply. So AI agents specifically make it very, very easy for anyone, actually. You don't have to be a developer. They are there to help you build. They are there to help you build your company. I listened to Franca talk about how you can use AI Copilot to prompt to get information about whatever it is you want to get your information about. Firstly, I want to ask, how many people know how to build an agent here, aside the MCTs that I have here, aside John, aside Olive, and I think I can, Johnny Buzo also, please, aside Franca as well. If you know how to build a Copilot, an agent, just raise your hand, let me see. Just show of hands, please. Anybody? Okay, so I want to believe that very, very few people know how to build an agent here. A lot of people don't know how to build an agent. Only if you are raising your hand, I exempted you now. Only please put down your hand. Okay. I know you know how to build an agent. Okay, so I think I would have to really, really take this from from the barest minimum, slow things down. So I don't want to assume. The reason why I'm asking is I don't want to assume that I'm talking or speaking to professionals like Olive, like Franca and John and so on. I want to believe that, of course, I will be taking us into a practical session as well, to work on an agent or build an agent and see how AI can integrate your systems, individual systems and processes, and give you the best output or give you the best out of your systems, as the case may imply. So it's very important. What I'm trying to say here is that the gap between individual AI usage and organization AI integration, that's where the opportunity actually lives. That's where the opportunity is. And a lot of companies are going to pay for that particular gap, because a lot of people are using the AI personal productivity, but there is need for organizational integration. And so there is a very big gap. And over the course of this session, I'll be showing us, we'll continue and we'll talk about this particular gap. So like I said, most employees, they use ChatGPT, but many of us, if I ask you, a lot of people have said they use ChatGPT or Copilot to create emails, to send messages and all that. That's fine. You understand? But how many people have actually used AI or connected two business processes in a structured way, whereby they speak together, whereby something is happening? There's an evolution of AI, and it will involve a lot of not just AI models here and there. It will also involve automation. So I tell people, and I'm happy, I'm glad that I came into the ecosystem as an automator as well, because automation gives, or it bridges a lot of gap, a lot of systems. It brings it together. And, that's what we are going to be doing today. I'm going to be building or taking us through building an agent. And then we'll also be looking at connecting those agents or connecting those systems one to another. So every organization has maybe a database. They have HR departments, they have the admin, they have the finance, they have the for production, they have maybe the field workers, the site workers, and so many other things. And AI integration and automation helps such organizations to keep the synergy within that particular organization at very, very, at a very fast pace. It makes it really easy, and it makes it very, very, it makes it very simple to use, or it makes your business actually scale better, and performance is actually very, 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 high, on a very high level. And so, okay, so I'll be talking about the 4 stages, of course. Like I mentioned earlier, that there are stages in the AI adoption or in the AI ecosystem. We're talking of number 1, the stage of personal productivity. So using tools, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, they are very helpful, but I would use the word isolated. It means that it is just there to help the individual. It is not, something that is going to help the organization as it were. It's helping you as an individual to do your own work within the organization. So it's actually very, very good. It's amazing. You can use it to do research, summarize documents, but it is isolated. Get where I'm going? There is also the teamwork flow integration. Of course, we are trying to standardize AI across a team with shared prompts and processes and automation flows. This is where we as consultants come in, because we are there to help standardize how the team uses the AI, integrate workflows, and is to help everyone within the organization or within a department do things in the same way, so that it can improve, results. And so this is where Copilot actually starts to, shine, as the case will imply. So that is another level. This is teamwork integration. So that is another level above the personal productivity that I talked about. And then another one is the organization AI governance. So this is where, the big guns start coming out. And we have a lot of data processing or data access controls. And, it's there to help to build how the organization work as a whole, not just individuals, not just teams, but it's there to create a synergy within the organization between the different teams that are available. So, there's senior leadership is there, budget is there, and of course, this is another aspect of AI. So this particular one is my sweet spot because I like to, I'm a developer as well. And so I look at these things and I enter an organization, I look at their processes and I tell myself, okay, or I ask the important questions. How do you do your processes? How do you work about it? And I get answers. And with the responses I get in my head, I'm already thinking, how can I make these processes faster? How can I keep it simpler? How can I help them save time? How can I help them save money? See, these are things that I, as a consultant, come in to actually do. And this is something that we are also trying to embed, or we are trying to expose to us as well. It's something that we can easily learn from and get the best out of ourselves. Of course, business design, model redesign. Basically, that one is, that's the Ogabalata of them all. I will not lie, I've not really gotten into that particular because this is where AI is there to change what the business actually does, how it serves, how it generates revenue, and so many other things. So some organizations will not get there. You understand? But let's focus on level 2 and level 3 for now. So that is what I'm here to show us. We are here to talk about the level 2 and the level 3. So stay with me. We will still go on and then we'll continue what we are talking about. So now I want to introduce to us, of course, many of us, we have heard of chatbots, some here of copilots, some here of agents. And, let's make sure that we're talking about the same thing because there's a lot of confusion in the market now between these three, chatbots, copilots, agents. There's a difference and the difference is there. And I'm going to explain to us most of the difference. So I'll walk you across this table row by row so that you can see the progression and you see how AI has evolved over the last 10 years. Because there was a time when, you prompt a chatbot and it will tell you, I don't have a response to what you are saying. Please try again. Or it will give you, it will continue to give you a repetitive question. That's a chatbot. It follows a fixed script. And then over time, evolution came and then we started having co-pilots. And now we have co-pilots. Co-pilot is there to understand natural language. That even if you say something that it does not recognize, it can phrase things differently and it will still give you something that works. You understand? But the Ogabalata of them all, the agent goes further. So the agent can even, decide what to do next. So it reasons and it can decide as well. So that's one major difference between these three. And the time difference between them is what has caused that particular evolution, starting from the chatbot to the co-pilot to the agents. And what I want to build with us, or what I want to build in us, is the adoption of agents. So we have gone past or gone far away from the stage of building chatbots. We are now talking of intelligent chatbots, co-pilots, and then we are talking of hyper-automated AI or chatbots, which are called agents. So, if you are being frustrated by chatbots saying, I don't understand your request, it has happened to me a lot, but that was a while ago. Co-pilots would not say that. Co-pilots would look for a way to circumvent and give you something useful. And then it will ask you, was this information useful? Because it wants to know, it's learning from you, so that when next it sees such a question, it can actually, it can know that, okay, this is a response that I can give in such a situation. But an agent, it just takes, most agents are there to take the action on your behalf. I build agents, I build co-pilots, and I can tell you for free, of course, because of my automation background, I love, and it wows a lot of people. And many organizations are there. A lot of organizations are yet to get to that particular level. So another difference between them The chatbot answers only. It doesn't give any action. But the co-pilot is there to assist. Co-pilot can assist you. The human is there to act. But, there was a particular training I was doing for MTN in January, and someone raised the question and asked, he said, there was a particular chatbot that, a bank chatbot, he mentioned his bank, and he said, all I had to do was chat in my WhatsApp. There are WhatsApp chatbots. And I responded, and the chatbot was responding to me. And I told the chatbot I wanted to load my card, my phone, with money from my bank account. And the chatbot actually did it. And my bank account was debited. How many people have done that before? You have done an automation or you have chatted. Maybe you chat your MTN. Just give me a show of hands. You've chatted your MTN or your bank app, and it has actually debited or carried out an action for you on your behalf. If you have done that before, is there anybody? Just to be sure that we are on the same page, or you are understanding what I'm trying to say. Anybody? I'm not seeing any hand. So that means we are still in the age of chatbots and co-pilots. Okay, so the world has actually moved, and intelligent bots, intelligent agents are now actually carrying out action on your behalf. And so the agent also is there to complete the entire task on your behalf. It doesn't need, or sometimes, as long as you have structured the agent the way it is supposed to go, the agent will actually carry out that particular action on your behalf. So for my session today, agents are my goal, because I work on the Power Platform, and Power Platform allows you to create your own agents, even without being a proper developer. The Copilot Studio, I will show you all what the Copilot Studio can do in a short moment now. So the Power Platform, like I was saying, the Power Platform is there to just, is a platform that has applications, services that help you to design your agents, add logic without even having to write code. Just point, click, connect. You are connecting your systems the way it should be, and it is giving you the response, and it is carrying out actions even on your behalf. And your agent also is AI powered. So OpenAI is there to help you you don't need to train your agent. Your agent is already very intelligent, and OpenAI is there. OpenAI has built the engine. So all you need to do is to just assemble, and you need your own knowledge to be able to assemble that particular or system that you're trying to assemble. So from time to time, I do that. I come into the organization, I look at their processes, and I say, okay, do you have a Microsoft license? Do you have Power Platform license? Okay, you have Copilot, you have Power Apps, Power Automate. That's what I need. And let us get building. I get the information that I need. I'm currently working on a project now for another company, and it's to help them get information from the field. So they are field workers, marketers, and the marketers are there with their phones. They can get information instead of taking manual paper from the field back to the office. It's just there to help them take the picture, enter whatever information needs to be entered, and it is sent to the central database. So that is just by the site. But I'm trying to explain to us that the Power Platform is there. It's a very, very wide platform, and it's there to help a lot of businesses, organizations carry out processes better and faster. And so, Power Platform helps to connect your systems one to another. So I want to quickly go into how to build a co-pilot. So I'm going to show you exactly how to build an agent. And of course, since a lot of us don't have such experience, the time will not permit me, but I will quickly run through building an agent and show us the demo in this particular session. I have just 1 hour, and I've spent about 30 minutes out of the 1 hour. And in 5 simple steps, you will see how to build an intelligent chatbot without writing a single line of code. But of course, like Franca earlier said, you need a license. And I am now telling you that to enter or to get into the Copilot studio itself, the studio is where you build your own Copilot. So Franca has been prompting Copilots. That Copilot was built in a studio. So what I'm here to do is to take you to that studio where that particular Copilot was built, to build a chatbot also, and to also show us the automation properties of that particular chatbot. I might feel, or I think I'm starting to feel that this might be a bit too advanced for this particular session or for this particular class. So I'll try to, demystify it to the best possible way I can. So 5 simple steps: define the purpose, write the prompts. Franca spoke about prompt engineering recently, the craft method and every other thing in plain English. And then you add the knowledge source. So where is the knowledge coming from? Is it from a SharePoint? Is it from a website, a public website, your company website? Is it from a document? Is it from a database table? Wherever it is, you point your chatbot to that particular knowledge base, and that is where it will be getting this information from. And then this is where the automation comes into it, triggering Power Automate flows. So calling APIs, updating records automatically. This is where agents begin. So the other aspects are where copilots are actually there to carry out the copilot action. But when it starts triggering automated flows, when it starts calling APIs, when it starts updating records automatically, you understand? For a clinic, actually, I consulted for a clinic and they wanted to change their booking system from paper booking system to automatic, or to automated rather. And we deployed a chatbot to their WhatsApp line. So when they go to their websites, you'll see contact us here. And then when you contact, you'll be speaking with intelligent agents, and you can book a clinic appointment from there. So you don't have to walk into the hospital. You can actually book your intelligent agent from, from the comfort of your home, from the chatbot itself. And that has made a lot of booking processes faster and even much more easier. And that is what we'll also be doing. Of course, you can deploy your chatbot to Teams, your office Teams, a website, WhatsApp, or your own app. If you have your app, you can actually deploy that, and you don't need to learn any programming language whatsoever. So these are basically steps that you can use to build your agent, and I'll be taking that particular step. So a particular challenge that I actually encountered a while ago, I went into a particular brewing industry in Nigeria here, and when I got there, of course, before I came, we spoke, and then I was speaking to the board, and they wanted to know, how can you use AI to speed up or to make our processes better? How can you use AI to expand our knowledge or make our processes faster and give us better outputs? And so I had to ask them a few questions. How do you do your processes? How do you do your bureauing? How do you store your this thing? So I asked a lot of questions, and then I explained to them. I said, you can use AI to monitor the production lines. So there are cameras that can be connected to AI models, vision models, that you can use to, understudy the production lines to see if there's any defect in that particular production line. Your distribution, you can also use AI to actually help in your distribution channels. You have all your customers in your distribution channels. You can actually use that particular AI to know when next you are supplying to a particular customer or to a particular client. A lot of things I was able to answer in that particular thing. And there was a particular question they wanted to know, okay, what if what is the current stock level of a particular, product in this our Lagos branch? I went there to train eventually, and when I went there to train, I taught them how to build application and build automation and so on and so forth. And we built an inventory, or the students, my students, they built an inventory app. The application they built was there to help the organization. So rather than having to, before you go and check out an item from the store, they have an inventory, they have a store manager. You have to go get permission, paper permission, and their company is very big. So imagine walking from one part of the organization or the company to another to get authorization, signing, and all of that. And we built the inventory app. I said you don't need all this because it can take hours to days for authorization to come, because you are not just there. You are getting the authorization from one office to another office before you now go to the store and get that item. Why can't you just have an inventory app right there at the store, such that when you come to pick up an item, an automation can be sent to the necessary party, and immediately the approvals can happen at their desk. Even if the approval office is not in Lagos, is in Abuja, the person that is supposed to approve will get that particular approval at that particular moment. So many automations, were involved in that particular solution. And when we finished building the app, the automation and so many other things, they were very excited. They are using that particular solution till today. They gave their staff, they gave them awards, for that particular app. Me, that I taught them how to build it, they did not give me awards. They just paid me and pursued me, but I'm still going back there. I was very happy to see that. And, that was, an amazing AI adoption for that particular problem in that particular, company. And they have adopted, thank you very much, John. They have adopted that particular solution, and it is gradually replacing paper solutions now. And so the co-pilot agent is also there. Imagine such a thing when rather than the, thank you very much, Edith, rather than maybe you want to ask how much, or like I said, what's the stock level for malt in Lagos? Your co-pilot can answer that question because it's connected to the database. And immediately, the people that are involved don't have to start asking, making calls, oh yeah, check the tank or check the this. You can easily get the response in real time. It will give you the exact response of what we are talking about. I'm trying to really go through my slide so that we can go into a quick demo. So, what I'm trying to explain here is the agent does not replace the employee. It's there to remove the friction so that, people can focus on the decisions that really matter. So it's very important. Start with one question your team asks the most and build an agent to answer that particular question. So what is that question in your organization? And then look for a way to scale or get a solution that can actually give you answers in that particular line. So a particular formula that I use, I'm a consultant, I try as much as possible to separate myself from general AI users because of the level of knowledge that I have. And so I talk about the formula that I use, what's industry, the industry that you are talking about, what's the workflow type that we are using, and then what's the measurable outcome. So people or organizations want to see that, okay, this is the workflow type that can help us in our industry. And this is the outcome that can be produced or that can be gotten from this particular workflow type. So a lot of potential niche that you can find or you can see. We have the accounting firms, law firms, production, food industry, healthcare clinics, marketing agencies, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to quickly do something. I want to quickly go into a demo. I already talked about building a quick chatbot. However, for the sake of this session, I would not be building a chatbot from scratch because what I want to show us is the automation aspect, connecting systems one to another within, Power Automate. So I will be quickly taking us into my Copilot Studio. What I want to do is I want to build an intelligent chatbot that can actually carry out an action on my behalf. You remember I talked about agents being the highest form of the chatbot or AI within the organizational level that helps you to do what? To carry out actions. So it's not just there to answer questions, prompts. No, it is there to also do what? To carry out questions as well, or carry out actions, as well. So what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to, of course, for those of us that don't know how to build an agent, this is the Copilot Studio. So if you can see my chatbot here, you see the Copilot Studio preview.microsoft.com. This is the website where you come. It is the studio where you come to build your intelligent agents. So that is where I am now. And it is very important to note that you need a Copilot license to be able to operate. However, you can opt for a trial version of about 30 days to be able to just see the capabilities of Copilot, but you will not be able to publish your agent to any other channel as you want. So when you have when you have a license, it helps you. It gives you that edge. You can publish and do whatever it is that you need to do. So let's see if we can quickly build an agent from scratch. What do I want to do? So this is where the Copilot in Copilot. So you are telling the agent to build you an agent. So I want to build an agent for, let me say, build an agent to or for a phone company or phone repair company. So I want it to be able to get complaints from, I didn't spell complaints well. Okay, sorry. Okay, so complaints from the user and give appropriate responses. So let's see. I've prompted it already. So this is where prompt engineering is very, very important because you are telling the agent what you want it to do, and you are telling it your industry already. You are telling what you want it to do and how you want it to respond. So what the Copilot here is going to do is going to help you to build your own agent to the best of its knowledge. So we are going to be going into building that particular agent. It is actually provisioning the agent for final verification and final actions from you. So of course, I can decide to just build an agent from blank, but because of the limited time that we have, I would not be building from blank. That's why I'm making use of the Copilot, the AI agent. So this is an AI agent that is helping to build an AI agent. So you can use the AI agent like you can see on my screen, and it is there to help you. So if you have your Copilot subscription, you can easily use that. And when you are done building, you can deploy it to wherever channel, whatever channel you want to deploy that particular item to. So that is a very, very wonderful tool from Microsoft. I don't know why this is taking this long, but this is my Copilot. So I want to ask the house if you have any question, if there's anything that you have always wanted or you've always imagined you're trying to get or know how it actually works. You can feel free to ask whatever question you want to ask now. I'll be available to answer your question. So feel free to ask me any question now. Any question so far? Okay, so there's no question at the moment. So let's continue and let's see where this agent gets us to. So why I'm using the prompts is so that it will quickly help me with all the information that is needed in building or in provisioning this particular agent. I don't want to go through all the stress. But if this is taking too long, I'll probably just go into one agent that I have built. I built an agent recently for so it was just for training purposes actually, and I'll probably just take us through that and show us how I built that particular agent, because this is taking a lot of time. It might continue, but let me just go from there and see that. So this is a real estate booking agent that I built, and when I go into that particular agent, what does it do? Of course, there are templates available. If you want to build any other agents, there are templates that are available. However, this is a particular agent that I built some days ago. And what that Copilot was building already, I have done it for this particular real estate. This particular agent is to help place booking on properties, real estate properties within Nigeria. So what I did was I gave it a knowledge base. So you can see knowledge base. I have 3 different knowledge bases in my agent here. I have 2 web pages or 2 websites, and I have a Word document. And it is telling me that my knowledge base is ready. So, of course, the name of the agent is here, the real estate booking agent. The description is to create bookings for real estate properties. So what I'm going to do, of course, there are also what we call instructions. So the instruction is you are telling the agent, the Copilot, what you want it to do and how it will actually act when it is answering the customer. So I'm saying you are there to help customers create booking for properties. You collect their information and forward the details to their emails as needed or requested. So use the knowledge base given to you for inquiries and bookings. So if I'm going to prompt this particular agent, I want to say, and this agent, I've told this agent, please, normally before, when we're in the era of agents, chatbots, when you ask Copilot a question it doesn't know, it would tell you, I don't know. But now there's something called enabling your agent to search all public websites. So this is going to help your agent. If you ask a question that he doesn't know, this is where your agent will go outside his knowledge base and give you the response that you actually need. So that is why I decided to disable it. I want it to only search for responses from my knowledge base. And that's very, very important for organizations, basically, because you can have maybe an agent for a bank. Let's say, for instance, GT Bank, and you are building an agent for GT Bank, and you ask it a question. If you allow your agents, GT Bank agents, to search public websites, it might give you the response from First Bank. So you, as the builder of that GT Bank agent, you need to actually disable this and give it the right knowledge base for only your organization. So that is also very important to note. And that's why I'm actually doing all of this, so that we can understand exactly why this is being shown to us. So I want to ask a question. I've built this agent and it is already built. So I want to ask it a question, and it will search my knowledge base and give me the answer. So I want to say, how much is house in Surulere? So how much is a house in Surulere? So what is it going to do? It's going to search my knowledge base now, and it has started working. You see, it has started. The user is asking houses in Surulere. It is searching for knowledge. You can see the sources. It is giving me the response from my knowledge base. So you can see what's it called? The cost for houses in Surulere. Now you can see the available listings. Semi-detached duplex plus BQ is 265 million. If you want to buy a terrace duplex, hold your 400 million. If you want to buy, and this is actually recent information. It's getting it from the websites. It's getting it from, of course, my knowledge base is also there, but it is actually also getting that particular from Nigeria Property Center. So I connected it to an external website and it's giving me the information there. So I also built this agent to have other intelligent capabilities like helping me to book an appointment or book a viewing appointment. So if I ask my agent and say, I want to book an appointment to view a property. Now, let us see what this agent will do. I built this particular agent. I know that it is supposed to take me through a topic. So it is going to ask me for my name. And I'll say, okay, my name is Oluwasegun Odunigba. And that is my name. And I send that. It's getting my information. And so it should ask me, what is my email address? Aha. So what is your email address? I'll say, my email address is this at gmail.com. I've given him my email address. Of course, those are the two information I asked this agent to get from the client. So it's going to ask me, are these details correct? You can see it has gotten my name and my email address. This is also an agent. So this is different from the normal ChatGPT and Copilot. Because why? This is helping your organization to make these processes better and faster. And so it's asking, are these details correct? It has given me yes or no. So I say, yes, the details are correct. What's it now going to ask me? It's supposed to ask me, what property do I want to see? So it's asking me, which property do I want to see? So I want to see Lekki Conservation Center. I hope that's okay. Lekki is the one that is spelled wrongly. That's fine. So let's see that. So it is getting all the information already. And it's asking me, okay, what date and time do I want to see this property? I will say, let's say June 3rd. I'm going to send that without the time, and let's see what it will tell me. So can you see? It's telling me what date and time because I have not inserted the time. So I'll say, okay, 1 p.m. So if I insert the time, it has gotten all that information. And so this is intelligence already. This is an intelligence agent. And look at you, it's saying that, thank you, here is a summary of your booking details. This is my information. This is the property I want to see. This is the date, and this is the time. Can I confirm that these details are correct so that it can proceed with my booking? Yes, the information is correct. And if my information is correct, it will give me the final appointment, and it will tell me, of course, it will send this confirmation to my email address. Is there any other thing I can help you with? You can see the operation of an agent in real time. Now, there is also other things that I can actually build and add to this agent. For instance, I can decide that I want to add an action, an automated flow, an automation to my agent so that whenever anybody asks a question, it can run that particular flow from Copilot to Power Automate and perform that particular action. So that is another way by which you can actually make use of your agent or your Copilot, to build intelligent agents. I'm telling you for free, your LLMs will not do this, easily. But this is actually there within your organization, and it actually knows what you want. It is tailored specifically to your organization. So I'm just trying to charge us today, get into building your agents, charge your organizations to build the agents. Or when I say charge, I didn't say go and collect. I'm telling them, explain to them the importance. I think that's why you are actually in this particular convention, so that you can see the importance of this particular tools that are made available for us. And trust me, a lot of these agents or these tools are available in in our subscription. So you have your license and all that. A lot of organizations give their staff these things. It's like paying for gym subscription and you are not going to the gym, or you are just going to the gym once a month. I know a lot of people that towards the end of the year, they want to go and use their HMO. You understand why? Because the organization has paid for it, but they have not used it from January, and they know that it will expire in December. So you see, from November to December, people are going to check their eye. I know someone that told me recently he wants to go to the gym to just go and gym so that because his company paid for it. You understand? So it is actually something, it's an arrow in our quiver, and it's important that we know how to use them properly. So I will be stopping my demonstration for now, and I'm just going to be explaining to us or telling us or charging us properly. Of course, I'm here to answer whatever questions you have. I'm opening the house, the floor for questions, for contributions, whatever you need to ask, let it out and let me answer your questions. I have just a few minutes before I go away from here.
Okay,
so
you have 6 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
6 minutes.
So I'm saying that Africa does not need to wait for, we don't need to wait for Silicon Valley or America to come and solve our problems. The tools are actually available to everyone. You as a worker in Lagos, you have the same access to this Copilot studio as those in Washington, in New York. The tools are there available. So what Africa needs are consultants that understand African or Nigerian business concepts or context and understand how procurement works here, how the business processes work here. And we can tailor our agents to build solutions that are addressing those particular issues. So I just want to leave us, don't just think about it. Take the action. Go to copilotstudio.microsoft.com. It's free to use for now, for a month when you register. But I know that organizations actually pay for their staff to have access to it. Make use of it, build an agent, publish it, deploy it to your Teams channel, and see how well it works. So thank you very, very much. And I'll be saying, of course, I'm open to questions from everyone at this moment. So questions. Anyone? If there's anything that you have.
Thank you so much,
All
Mr.
right.
Shegun.
Okay,
If you have questions, the floor is open for a few minutes for you to ask your question before we move to the next presentation. This has been an exciting one. There is nothing like automating your routine processes. So please, if you have a question, please can we raise our hands? Or if you have a process that you have been wanting to automate, this is a great chance to pitch it to Mr. Shegun and let him give you the rundown now. I'll just give one more minute if someone has a question before we move on to the next presentation.
There's this buzzword that is going around now, cloning. So what's the difference between clone and an agent?
Okay, so cloning, explain your context, please.
Some companies or some coaches will say, come to my platform and I'll clone a worker or somebody to work with you that thinks like you, does everything like you. So what's the difference between cloning you and an agent?
Okay, all right. So I watched a movie, and that particular movie, the guy was using AI to do his task. He's a therapist. So what he did was he trained that agent to answer questions just like him. What I would advise, because at the moment I saw that, I already foresaw the end of that particular that particular issue or that particular situation. The guy was replaced by the clone that he built. You understand? And one day they called him. They told him, "We will not be needing your services again. We have you already on our system, and the clone that you have created would be doing and saying everything just like you." You understand? And I think one thing that we preach as AI consultants is that the AI is there to help you, to assist you, and not to replace you. And so it's very important to preach against such things. You understand? So cloning and agents, of course, they have some similarities. But we always mention something, and even Franca mentioned it during the listing, that always make sure that there's a human overseeing every AI decision. And so even in our agents, we always have what is called the activity. So I'm taking us to the activity to see how the agent has been responding over time. How many questions has it answered? Every AI model always needs what? Always needs refining. So it always needs refining from time to time. Analytics, sorry, it's analytics I wanted to take us to. It always needs refining and refining over and over again to make it better, to give proper answers and give the best. So what I would say is when you build a clone, of course, I know that AI continues to learn, as it actually interacts with human beings. But it is always very important. So I personally would preach against that, because when they clone a particular person, it is making the person, irrelevant in the organization. So it is somewhat similar when it comes to operation. You understand? Cloning is somewhat similar when it comes to operation, because it's about getting response, carrying out an action, and it will do it. And that is what an agent is also doing. You see, what I've done on this particular real estate agent is what people used to do on phone call before. And now, the agent has actually somehow replaced that. You understand? So, as much as possible, I always preach that there's human supervision even over that. So you can, reduce the workload on that particular person to focus on other things. So that is my own take on, cloning, but it is somewhat similar. I understand where you're coming from, and I've heard of it a lot, but I've not done it before.
Why I asked this? Yeah, thanks for answering that. I actually asked this on behalf of the House, because in most advanced countries now, in Japan, in China, they're already gone, well, they call it ahead of what we call agents, by cloning the human being to do the work.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I asked the question.
Thank you very much. I used to say it within myself. You understand that this is not the way to go. However, I feel that it is giving them results, but I still would always preach to have a human being oversee this AI, because sometimes they need human, they are like a psychologist giving advice. There has to be human empathy, the human factor in it, rather than just a robot responding. So the human factor also has to be there. The human touch has to also be there as well. So that is also very, very important. If it requires repetitive actions that doesn't require or need human touch, fine, go ahead and automate it. I am in support of that. But when it needs human touch or human interaction, please feel free to make sure that a human being is there to keep things human. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other question or contribution? Okay. Any other question or contribution? All right. So I will just stop sharing my screen now and hand over to the facilitator for this. So you already have, a small knowledge, a requisite knowledge on how to go about this. So Copilot gives you the tools. So just, build, of course, start small, learn from it and build the next one and keep on building, and, you get better at it. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.
Let me put off your mic. All right, good evening. Thank you so much. Please, can we give a round of applause, a very mighty clap using our reaction button for that amazing training by Mr. Shegun. That was very insightful. Right now, I would like to call on Miss Olive Iluyomade. Forgive me if I did not pronounce that right, but I tried my best. All right, Mrs. Olive is an IT consultant and also an AI consultant, and she would be taking us further in today's training to talk about process optimization with AI agents Please, can we give her a lofty round of applause as she starts sharing her screen? Thank you so much, Miss Olive, for your time. Please, let's not get tired. Thank you for taking out this time
Thank you
to
so much.
even
Thank
grow in your
you.
learning.
Thank you. And well done to my previous presenters. Well done, well done. Thank you, Tolu. So I'll be sharing my screen.
Okay, Olive, sorry, before you come on, I'd like to recognize our clients, the Vanguard Media team. Actually, they are undergoing a training with us on AI in business. So I'm happy they're here to learn some more. Please, can we give them a round of applause? Yeah, it's the learning. I'm so sure they're learning a lot from this Agent Camp. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Just like to recognize them. Okay.
Thank you. Welcome, Vanguard team.
I think there are about 4 in the team there. They're listening. Watching. Yes. So we're glad you're here with us to learn some more. Yeah. Okay. All right, Olive, take it away.
Welcome, Vanguard team. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Not yet. Are you sharing?
No,
yes, I'm sharing. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet? Okay. Yes, give me a second.
I think it's your screen. We see the names.
I see.
Is someone still sharing?
People, no, nobody.
Okay.
I see people still clapping for Vanguard coming here and love emojis for them. From Edith, yeah, so the claps. Okay, they're showing their faces.
Okay, we can see your screen
Okay,
now.
you can see my screen
your
now.
screen is, yeah, your screen is up.
Your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So more agents. We can't get tired of agents. So can you see my slide in presentation mode?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Olive Iluyomade. And I will be taking you on Microsoft track 4019, which has to do with transforming your business processes with agents. Okay, but the good news is that they are no code agents. So all you have to do to create these agents is put in a prompt, like you're prompting Copilot or ChatGPT, or fill out a configuration form, which we'll look at shortly. Okay, so with these agents, now these agents are in Copilot chat. Mr. Shegun has just gone through Copilot Studio. So Microsoft, incidentally, is packed with various ways you can create agents. Even within Microsoft Foundry and Azure as well, you can create agents. Yeah, but within my session, we will be creating the agents with Copilot chat. Okay, so as I said, there are no code agents within Microsoft 365, and you can use these agents to streamline tasks. Okay, the agents will act as powerful assistants for you. Now, the good news is also is that it's not only for maybe work or business. You can also use it personally. Okay, for whatever tasks, repetitive tasks or projects that you have, personal projects that you have. So let's go ahead. So this is a caricature of me. Thank you, Tolu, for introducing me. But yes, I deliver trainings in SQL, Power BI, Excel, Python, and AI. And yeah, particularly in AI as well. I've been equipping people with skills to leverage AI and also to make their tasks more efficient, and also to create financial opportunities, which there are in AI. Okay. So nice to meet everyone. Okay. Okay, apologies. Okay, so what are agents? Well, we've heard a lot about agents today, okay? But what are they? We can think of them as our own specialized AI assistants right inside Microsoft 365 in this instance, okay? They provide real-time support and automate those repetitive tasks that eat up your day. So you might have a lot of repetitive tasks in, a daily. You can use agents to just cut down, the time you use to work on those tasks. And then you don't need any programming knowledge. Okay, it's no code. Okay, so how can we leverage on ready-to-use pre-built agents? Because within the Copilot chat, we have pre-built agents as well, which I would advise you when you're touring, look through those pre-built agents, to see whether there's any. Now, we have agents in SharePoint that you can build in SharePoint. We have agents that we can build in Copilot chat. Okay, but the demo that we'll do today is within Copilot chat. Okay, so we have those agents, the pre-built ones already waiting for you. Okay, they are ready for immediate use. Now, the good thing is that you can also modify them, edit them to personalize them to what you want, but the main work is already done. Okay, the main work is already done. So building your own agent is simpler than you think. Okay, sometimes you need some data sources that the agent has to reference. So those data sources can be files that you just upload while you are creating your agent. Okay, you will define your agent's purpose. You will give it instructions on what to do. And this is after naming the agent. Then you would test the agent and refine its responses. Okay, you can do that in real time to ensure that it's doing exactly what you need. So what does that do? It puts the power of AI directly in your hands. Okay, so next we'll discuss how to manage and share these agents. Okay, so you've built an agent. Okay, you want to know how to manage it, how to share it effectively. Okay, so this ensures that your agent or your AI assistant remains relevant and fits the entire team if you're working, if that agent is for the team. Okay, so you can manage your agents directly within the Copilot interface. You can make your updates there and adjustments. Okay, and then you can obviously share these agents with your colleagues. Okay, this amplifies the impact of the agent. It fosters better teamwork and efficiency across your organization. And then these actions, the agent actions, they're governed by your IT department controls. So, it ensures compliance, it ensures data protection, which Microsoft itself, as a platform is particular about. So data is secure. Okay, so there's a seamless management. Okay, when the agents are being shared, across stage and all that, everything is secure. Okay. So, my presentation was really short, and we would go on to building our agents. But so far, are there any questions before we go on? Are there any questions? Just on the theory bits. Then if there are none, we'll go on to the practice. Okay, so I will Remember, I mentioned Copilot chat. Madam Franca and Madam Joan also spoke about Copilot chat. Now, you can access Copilot chat from office.com. Okay, from office.com. So if I go back one step, it's my one step, hold on, does it work? Okay, if it doesn't work, let's move on. So basically, remember that we were, Madam Franca, when she did the demo, she did it within Copilot chat, okay, within Copilot chat. But you can see on the left-hand panel, yeah, you can see agents, an option called agents, then new agents, all agents, new agent. So we'll click on new agents, which was what you saw when I came here. Okay, so we have our agent builder. Now remember, this is within Copilot chat, not Copilot Studio, which Mr. Shegun used. Okay, so it says here, build an agent to get tasks done faster. Okay, so create a project status agent to keep new team members get set up. They're different. This one is onboarding agent. There are different things you can create, as I said, to manage repetitive tasks. And two ways you can work on this agent is just using the prompt. Okay, you can just use the prompt alone, or you can skip to configure. And here in configure, you just want to do everything from scratch. You name your agent, you describe your agent, and then you put instructions for your agent in the instructions box. If your agent is referring to any sources like maybe policies, you want to create an agent that answers questions about the company policies. So that's like the employees in the company, they know their policies, but instead of having to sit down and read through everything, it's faster to just have an agent that can answer those questions. So the policies will be uploaded in the knowledge section. Okay, and then there are a few other things if you want to what's it called, set capabilities, etc. But we'll just do a simple agent today, but I'll encourage you to explore later on. Then we have suggested prompts as well. But let's go back and first of all, let's click on our back button. We will do a prompt, and then we will also look at templates. So the good thing here is that within Copilot chat, there are a number of templates. So before you even start building your agent, just explore, have a look through the templates and see whether there's anything here that is similar to what you want to build. And if there is, you can leverage on that instead of starting from scratch. It will save you time. So look here, we have writing coach, we have prompt coach, coaching you on how to write effective prompts. Meeting coach, there's so many interesting ones here. Yeah, I'll career coach, quiz tutor, there are so many. Now, if the list of templates doesn't have anything that you want to build, you have your idea of what you want to build, but how do you construct your prompt, etc., etc. You can use, you can even go to new chat, you can use Copilot to come up with your prompt, or you can use another tool, ChatGPT. So I was working on meeting, a meeting prep assistant, and I've used ChatGPT to create my prompt. Okay, so I'll just copy the prompt here, right here, and then come here, click in the prompt box and paste. So I've told it what name to call it. Create an agent called Meeting Prep Assistant. This agent helps users prepare for business meetings. You should ask for the meeting topic audience, purpose, and meeting length. It should then create a clear meeting agenda, suggesting talking points, questions to ask, possible risks or objections, and a short follow-up email draft. Keep responses professional, simple, and well-structured. Use headings and bullet points. And then I can just click on my Go button. Okay, so you can see Agent Builder. It's thinking just like a regular AI model. It's thinking through, it's working, but it's updating us on what it's doing. I'm sure you would have seen that in the various AI tools you use, Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot. Okay, so let's wait for it to get built. Okay, so hopefully my internet will help it create fast enough. So you've already built your agent in the box below. So while we're waiting for it, oh gosh, it's ready. It is ready. Hold on. Okay. So our agent built just from a single prompt. Okay. Meeting prep assistant. You see, it still has a pencil here. We can still edit our name. Okay. I can say my meeting prep assistant, my meeting prep assistant. Okay. So helps users prepare for business meetings by gathering meeting details, creating structured agendas, suggesting talking points, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So based on what I told it to do. So under instructions, I didn't give it any instructions this time, but from the prompt, it has intelligently come up with some instructions. So purpose, support users in effectively preparing for business meetings by organizing meeting details and providing useful preparation materials. Okay, so basically this is the, can you see at the top here, we have configure, right? So this is just the configuration page where you can put what you want. If you wanted to upload the file, upload it there. Yeah, so this is where you do all your settings. And then it gave us some suggested prompts. Prep for a client meeting. Help me get ready for an upcoming client meeting. You know how in AI models, you have some, here it's called suggested prompts. They call them conversation starters, where you don't even have to type your prompt. You already see some options there. There might be one that, you know, it might be a prompt that is exactly what you want. So you just click on it. Okay. So these suggested prompts will come under the agent and you'll be able to click on them. So help me get ready for an upcoming client meeting. Assist me with agenda and talking points for an executive board meeting. Prepare an agenda and follow up my next team sync. So help me get ready for an upcoming client meeting. Okay. So I like those. I like those three. I'm leaving them. If you don't like them, you can actually replace them with something that you like. Add a suggested prompt. In fact, I can let me just add one. And that one will be, how can I, okay, what would you like? What? So, you know, something like that, then I could say, oh, how can I help you today? But the agent usually says that anyway. So you could just add that extra one or even more. Yeah. That, you know, can add more if you feel there's a need for more. So that's also for quick use of the agent. Yeah. To save you from even typing your prompts. Okay, let's do now. Next to configure is try it. So before we create it, so that we can use it, we can actually try it by clicking on try it. So here we are. This is our agent. I'm not sure how whether any of you know about GPTs, custom GPTs in ChatGPT. This is something similar. Yeah, it's a similar principle, similar thing where you have the name of you can also put a logo for your agent. Okay, this is a default logo, but you can put yours, and then what it's about, the description, and then these are the conversation starters. Remember the ones that we were just looking at. So to test it, let me click on prep for a client meeting. Help me get ready for an upcoming client meeting. So I'm just going to send it. I've given it this information, but it will obviously need more information. So it's going to ask me some questions. Okay, it's going to ask me some questions. Absolutely, I can help with that. First question: what's the main topic of the client meeting? The main topic. The topic is how I can automate their business processes with AI. Okay, so send. Great, thanks. That's a strong and relevant topic. I've noticed that AI likes flattering a lot. So if you are feeling down and you just want to be encouraged, just go and put some ideas you've had in your head into AI. You see how it will just toast you. Ah, excellent idea. Nobody has ever come up with this kind of idea before. You're so intelligent, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure at the end of it, you feel much better. Okay, so it has a next question. Who will be attending the meeting on the client side? Executives, IT, process owners, mixed audience. I can say executives. So far, I'm happy with the agents. It seems, it looks like it's working okay. I'm still testing it, remember? Once I click on create, it then creates it, and then I have it amongst my list of agents. Okay, so what is the purpose of the meeting, etc., etc.? Okay, we still have some time. Let's see. So what's the purpose? For example, inspire confidence in AI-driven automation, explore opportunities and use cases. Secure. I want to inspire confidence, please. So it even gives me suggestions. You understand? So even in answering the questions, it's even helping me, So. So you see how the agent is a step further from, yeah, AI is great when you put in your prompt and it does wonders for you. But it's even greater when you even have an agent, yeah, that saves you the time from putting in these prompts and, putting in these prompts saves even more time by doing the work for you because it already knows what to do, okay? We've already trained it on what to do. So it's still processing. Any questions so far while we're waiting for it to process? Any questions? When we finish this, okay, we've looked at the configure. Yeah, so we know how to use the configure. If we're configuring, we'll just put in the name ourselves, instruction ourselves, etc. So when this finishes, we'll create it. Then we will look at the templates that already exist, and somebody will help me choose one that they like. Okay, so we'll choose that template and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's still processing. Okay, while it's processing, I know I have okay, still processing. So let's go to one more. Okay, yeah. So you can accelerate your workflow with these agents. Yeah, you can transform data into actionable support. Yeah, start small, build for a specific project today. As I said, it could be your personal project, it could be tasks that you do, you know, at home in your personal life. And for more details, because this area is quite detailed, you can get a lot of stuff out of it. Remember, I mentioned in the beginning that agents can also be built in SharePoint. Okay, so that's more for those in the workplace. You have a SharePoint site. Wow, agent can do wonders there. So all this information you can get in MS 4019. Okay, so Microsoft Learn, if you just do a search for Microsoft Learn, MS 4019, then you will see all that information on agents. Okay, let's go back to, wow, you're still processing? I might leave you here. Oh, you're too slow for me now. Yeah, so it could be, oh, wow. Got it, executive audience, and the goal is to inspire confidence in AI-driven automation. How long is the meeting? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll stop there unless you want me to go further, but it's just a matter of answering your questions. Okay, let me see how long it will take for it to do something for us. We still have a bit of time. How long is the meeting in minutes? Just 30 minutes, 30. Lifetime. I don't even feel like typing minutes because it's asked me they're saying put the number, so 30 minutes. "30-minute meeting. What will you create for me?" Hurry up so we can go and use the templates. So I don't know. While we're waiting, can anyone just answer this question? I don't know whether there's anybody in this world that is as excited as me about the introduction of AI, okay, or the advent of AI. I don't know whether there's anybody, because wow, it just makes life so easy. As some people say, the only thing that maybe AI cannot help you do yet is cook manually. But I'm sure robots can do that anyway, you know? And even though it's not the manual, but you know, you can just help with everything, your recipe. How do you do this? How do you do that?
AI can't love, can it?
Say again, sorry?
So AI can't love, can it?
It can't do what?
Love.
Love, it can't love, it can't love. That reminds me, thank you very much, Joan. That reminds me, in the beginning, if you ask ChatGPT, so how are you today? ChatGPT will tell you that I'm an AI tool, oh, I don't have any feelings. Or how are you feeling today? But then I noticed that Gemini would answer, oh, fine, thank you, fine, thank you. So later, ChatGPT got some feelings. I would answer you. I'm sure if you ask it today, how are you feeling today, it would answer you. I'm feeling good. How about you? You know. But then I know that AI, if you put like abusive language and you know, like you're throwing insults at it, once upon a time it would also insult you back. But I'm sure they've they've worked on that now. So look, just look at my agenda. Okay, still being built. Just look at it. Okay. Wow, this is good. So when it builds this for me, I can just, you know, copy it, put it somewhere, study it well to prepare for my meeting. Okay, to prepare for my meeting. So, you know, somebody might ask that, what's the difference between an agent? And remember I mentioned custom GPTs and you, like, you know, the main co-pilots or ChatGPT. What's the difference? Can anybody tell me what the difference is between the two? Why should I use an agent if I can put this same request in GPT-2 or model? So look at all it's given me. Okay. Propose from here, meeting agenda, 30 minutes. Okay, executive welcome plus outcome. Okay, so let me use the slider. Why now? Business value framing, where AI automation creates impact, executive level use cases. So it's saying give 46 example opportunity areas, see talking points, because at the end it gave us some areas. Okay, how we deliver safely, the approach, risks and how we mitigate them, decision, next steps. Okay, agree on a short assessment, pilot scope. So it's like, so these are the suggested talking points. Lead with outcomes, not technology. Okay, so this is what we're telling the company, that lead with outcomes. Cost and productivity, reduce cycle time, cut rework, free up capacity. Quality, speed, risk, standard controls, and traceability, reduced manual risk. So look at all that. Okay, it's prepared me and even questions to ask. It's giving me questions to ask to drive confidence alignment. Woohoo! So I'm definitely copying this and using it for a meeting I will have in the future. So that's done. This is me trying it. So let's then create. Let's go ahead and create. Hopefully you will create for me quickly. Creating your agents. This could take a minute. Yeah, since we're still on this page. So we're going to go, let's see how much, we're good with time. I hope we have questions. We're good with time. So from here, once the agent is created, we're going to look at a template one. Somebody would choose one. So please, I know I cannot, okay. Should be able to see the screen, hold on. Okay, first hand up to choose an agent out of the templates I'm going to show. Fastest fingers first. Anybody wants to choose something? So we'll have a look through together and you will choose one. But it's okay if you don't see any that you want, you can give the chance to someone else. So please, I need to see a virtual hand. Choose one agent. So that's already a pre-built agent. Anybody to choose an agent? Anybody? Nobody wants to choose?
They need to see the agent first, don't they?
You need to see the agent. Okay, I can see Ngozi. Don't worry. Just have your hand up so I know you will go first. I'm going to show you the agent shortly once we've created this one. Thank you. Madam Jones said we need to see the agents first. I said, if you look through, we're going to look through and you don't see what you want, even though you put up your hand, you can feel free to decline. Okay, so let's go back. Where are we? Your agent was created successfully. Okay. So it says this agent is currently private and only available to you. So let's go to the agent. There's a share button. I'm sure with the link, I could share with someone. So this is now the live agent, my meeting prep assistant. Okay, and those are the conversation starters or suggestion prompts there. And we just ask our question. So there's our agent. Okay, so new agent. Let's go to new agents again. So Ngozi, please get ready. Build an agent to save your time. So we're going to scroll down. Okay, and then we're going to click on see more. And let's scroll all the way up. So I'll read through the agents. Plan my day. Personal news digest. Status update agent. Executive briefing agent. SME finder. Project Delta digest. AI learning advisor. My company policy agent. Test translator. Corporate comms crafter. Request for proposal generator. Writing coach. Customer insights assistant. Meeting coach. Prompt coach. Scrum assistant. Learning coach. Interview questions assistant. A few more. Career coach. Idea coach. Quiz tutor. Ngozi, which one do you choose? You can tell me to focus on one so we can read more details if you need it. Let me know whether you want me to scroll up to see the ones
Can we
further.
do idea coach?
Idea coach. Thank you very much. Idea coach. So I'll read what idea coach does. It enhances brainstorming with fun and engaging agenda and action plans. Okay, so I'm going to select idea coach. So because it's a template, right? It already has everything filled in. Okay, already has everything filled in. So let's scrutinize what it has. Idea coach. You okay with the name? Can leave it as idea coach, or we can call it Ngozi's idea coach. Okay. So idea coach enhances brainstorming with fun and engaging agenda and action plans. That's the description right under it. So what are the instructions? What instructions? So this is already a template. It's already pre-built. So they're already given it instructions. So you're saying, you know, the persona way of writing your prompt, where you tell the AI model what it is. You understand? You are an expert property developer. You're an expert real estate agent. So you mentioned that first. So it knows it's acting as an agent when it's asking, when you're it's answering your question. Okay. So this one, you're an idea coach here to make brainstorming sessions fun, creative, and collaborative. Guidelines. Engage with one question at a time. Tailor responses to users' input and goals. Clarify with follow-up questions. Confirm if the user wants to tweak suggestions. End interactions by seeking feedback and suggesting thumbs up or down in Copilot. Okay, so it's going to brainstorm a topic. Then it says, so this is, it's telling the AI, considering reviewing the idea coach template documentation. Okay, so that's documentation there. It's telling the AI to review that documentation. There's nothing in knowledge. So we're going to come down quickly to, let's see, capabilities, nothing in capabilities. So can you see how many prompts there are? Help me brainstorm about a specific topic. Help me in planning a brainstorming session. So you can have sessions with other people. Help me find fun exercises for my brainstorming session. Help me find tools to organize ideas. Give me some feedback on my session. Help me improve my skills for brainstorming session. So let's just go quickly and create it. Okay. And then when we create it, we will see what it has for us. Thank you very much, Ngozi, for coming forward and choosing a template. Okay, still waiting. Any questions in the meantime while we're waiting? Any questions? Don't worry. It's like we still have quite a bit of time. So if there are no questions, I will ask you questions. So get ready. If you don't want me to ask you questions, fill up the time with questions for me.
Ollie, we've got a raised hand. Fiji. Is it Fee?
Sorry, I didn't hear you, sorry.
We've got a raised hand. We've got a hand that is raised.
Okay, there's a raised hand.
Fee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let me go there and see that.
Okay, yeah, you can unmute and speak.
Yes. Yes, please.
Who came in as FII? Please unmute and speak. Ask your question. Go ahead. Okay, please go on. Let me think of the person.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My name is David Uhiri.
Your name is David?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask the difference between Copilot and ChatGPT. I didn't really get earlier.
Okay, the difference between the two?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Copilot. Oh, was it what I was talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what I was talking about was the difference between, okay, it's true. Did anybody answer my question? So there was a difference between an agent. So with ChatGPT, you can build a custom GPT, which is like an agent. Yeah, so you can either use ChatGPT or build a custom GPT. With Copilot, you can use the Copilot chat, or you can build an agent, yeah, within Copilot chat. So what I was saying was, what's the difference between the chat itself, where you can just put your prompt, and an agent? You understand? What's the difference between the two? So remember that agents have to do with repetitive tasks. Okay, so if you know you're going to be going back to Copilot chat to be asking the chat to do the same thing over and over again, like analyze this data, you understand, and then you upload it over and over again. Instead of doing that, you can build an agent which has that prompt in its instructions. Okay, so once you upload your data to the agent, it knows exactly what it's meant to do with that data. Okay, or once you put any prompt in the agent, it knows exactly what it's going to do. So you don't have to be thinking about writing long prompts every single time, right? Which is what you would do with chat. You do with Copilot chat, you do with ChatGPT, right? But if it's something that like this, help me prepare for a meeting now, yeah. If you're putting it in Copilot or ChatGPT, you'd have to write it, maybe give it its information, whatever the case may be. But then you now have an agent that once you say, help me prepare for the meeting, it's just going to ask you the questions because it already has those instructions on what to do, right? We've seen the instructions for the brainstorming, whatever. You see all those instructions, do this, do that, ask for feedback, etc., etc., etc. It's because it's been instructed to do so. Yeah. If you put that same ask for brainstorming ideas in Copilot itself, it might not cover all these things that have been mentioned, right? But because it hasn't been instructed to, so you just use its discretion, right? And do what it's meant to do. So I hope that's clear. So it's just the difference between an agent and a chat. Okay. So I believe it should be good. Are we still creating? Huh? We're unable to create your agent due to an error. Oh, I'm so sorry. But we know what the agent will look like anyway. What time do we have? It's 17 past. Okay, let's try again. But basically, if we look at try it, we'll see that this is what the agent is going to look like anyway. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like. When I create it, it's just that now it's going to be under my list of agents. But here it is. So idea coach. And remember those conversation starters or prompt suggestions. So Ngozi, please choose one from here. Choose one of the prompts. Just click on it and be ready to go. Excuse me. Just give me a second while you're choosing. Just move to where I
Oliver, I
can
think
chat
she's
it.
left.
Oh, she's
No,
left. Oh,
I think
wow.
so.
Okay. Does anyone else want to choose? I knew it was her idea, but it could help somebody else. Excuse me. I'll just see where I can chat.
Choose. If you choose, you're not talking.
Sorry, say that again.
FIR, you can
Plan my
choose.
day.
Sorry, I didn't catch that one. Sorry. Which one of them is it?
Plan my day.
Oh no, when sorry, did you hear me? So the agent that we've chosen is Idea Coach. Okay, it's already been built. We just want to choose one of the conversation starters. Is that okay? Is everyone here with me? Hello?
Okay, ma.
Sorry, is everyone here with me? Sorry, what did you
Yes,
say?
ma'am.
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that, please?
It's okay, ma. It's okay, ma.
Okay, you don't want to. Okay. So anyway, let me just choose one since nobody wants to choose. So under Idea Coach, help me brainstorm about a specific topic. What topic could that be now? Let's see. Okay. Let me just help me brainstorm about a specific topic. So I'm going to click on Start. Okay. We have 10 minutes, but I'll just play with this for a few more minutes. Absolutely happy to brainstorm with you. Let's make this fun and focused. First question, just one to start. What's the specific topic you'd like to brainstorm about? I'd like to form a card game club. I'd like to form a card game club in my area, so you know it's physical. So you see this brainstorming one, you know, all the ideas that you have, all the ideas, you can bring them here and let it help. So shape the core idea, it's saying, okay. Brainstorm what makes your club appealing. Okay. Practical setup ideas, etc., etc. So it's basically giving me, so what it's doing here is giving me information. Who do I want to brainstorm with? I can brainstorm with the AI itself, or I can brainstorm with someone else or myself. So it's giving me all this information. And then it's saying what type of card games are you most excited to play and host. I can tell you. Please answer with one game or mixed games. Okay, so that's a key question moving forward. After it's given me this outline. Okay, brainstorm what makes your club appealing. Shape the core idea. So the game is Happy Families. Game is Happy Families. Okay. Clear club identity, your why, a friendly, inclusive social club, blah, blah, blah. Who is the club for? Format ideas for meetups. So it's just giving me all this information. So all I have to do is, sit down with it, answer all its questions, and sit down with the information it's given me and do my planning. Okay. Naming ideas. What do I call the club? Shuffle the family. First meetup. Friendly, not perfect. That's for the goal. Friendly meetup, etc., etc. So it's just pouring out this information for me, for brainstorming, right? The next idea I have, I can come back here and ask it. So instead of going to ChatGPT, Copilot straight, I'll just come here and use it for my brainstorming. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you today. Let me just click on create while we're talking, but that's all I have for you today. Do you have any questions about building agents in Copilot chat? Building agents in Copilot chat. So I'm coming back. Any questions at all? Any questions? Okay. So 5 minutes to go, but if there are no questions, oh, I said questions, didn't I? Okay. Apart from Copilot chat, and of course you see, yeah, but apart from Copilot chat, what other areas I say build agents? FII, I'll attend to you soon. Can somebody answer that question? What I mentioned this in the I said on
I think Madam Olive is frozen. Hello? Frank, I think Madam Olive is frozen.
Okay, Olive is frozen. Okay, I think her internet is acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost finished anyway.
Yes, she just have 4 minutes to go. So. Are you
yes.
back, Olive? You're back?
Oh, sorry, did I go off?
Yeah, you were frozen.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. I was saying that David had a question.
Yes.
So you didn't hear the question that I asked about which other area can we build agents in apart from Copilot chat? I mentioned it when I was presenting. Did you hear that question?
No, I didn't hear the question.
SharePoint.
SharePoint. Good, June. Thank you very much. You're paying attention. Thank you. Okay, David, please, your question.
Amala, please, what is the difference between the agent and the Copilot chat?
Oh, okay. So the difference between the agent and the Copilot chat is that for the agent, when you build your agent, you already give it instructions. It already has instructions, yeah, by the time you're using it. So it's going to respond to you according to those instructions. Okay, sometimes it has files in it that it needs to reference. So those files are uploaded when you're creating the agent. So for instance, I said company policies. So if you are an employee in your company and you want to know what a policy says, if there's an agent for company policies, you can just ask the agent a question. Okay, instead of having to read through the policies yourself to find what you want. So that's what an agent would do. It already has instructions in it already. But chat, you just ask the chat and the chat answers you according to its discretion, not according to any instructions. David, is that clear? Hi, David,
Yes, ma.
is that
Thank
clear?
you, ma. Yes, ma.
You're
Thank you, ma.
welcome. You're welcome.
All right,
Okay.
thank you so much, Miss Oli, for that amazing presentation. We've got to learn a lot about agents and also the chats. You know, we can now learn how to do it on Copilot or SharePoint. We have learned a whole lot. Can we give, can we clap our hands using our reaction button? Can I see some reactions? Thank you so much, everyone. Okay.
Thank
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll be calling on Mr. Shea right now.
Okay, before you do that, Tolu, yeah, I'd like you to put down on the chat, those are here. I'd like you to put down on the chat where you're joining us from. Just tell us where you're joining us from, so we know. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm looking at the chat now. Just tell us where you're joining from. Okay, Tolu, Lagos, Nigeria. Edith, Maryland. This is Maryland in Nigeria or Maryland in the US? Tell us. Because we have Maryland in Ikeja here. Lagos. Tell us where you're joining us from. Okay, yes, Edith is joining us from Maryland, US. David from Surulere, Lagos, Nigeria. Joan from UK. Wow, that's so nice. Okay. Okay. Any more? Okay. Okay, the Vanguard team is off now. They joined from Apapa, Lagos, Nigeria.
I'm sorry, Ibadan, Nigeria. I don't know, my chat hasn't opened.
Okay, your chat is okay. Olive is joining from Ibadan, Nigeria. Wow, that's so nice. Okay, so we have people all the way from UK, US, Lagos, Nigeria, Surulere, Lagos. We are from Lagos, Nigeria too. Yeah, so far, I hope you've enjoyed the class. Okay, I'd like to share, let me share my screen while we're waiting for Shay to join us. I'll just share my screen. Yes. Okay, I showed this video. You all watch this video, the future of AI agents. Yeah, Agent Camp 2026 keynote. And what I've done here, I said to Copilot to summarize this Agent Camp 2026 keynote. And look at what it's giving me. Here's a concise summary. So you can summarize the videos if it's a 5-hour video or 3 hours video. You can summarize it to, if you don't have time to watch it, you can summarize it to 30 minutes. Yeah. And you can also transcribe it. So it's giving me the transcription here. Okay, and it says, Agent Camp 2026 keynote, the future of AI agent. The keynote introduces the concept of agentic enterprise, moving beyond. Can we have somebody else read it? Let's hear somebody else's voice. Yeah, who wants to read it? Who wants to go? Somebody that hasn't, yeah? that hasn't spoken? Who wants to read? Go ahead. Let's just have the highlights. Hello, nobody wants to read.
Okay.
Can you all see my screen? Can anyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, can somebody read? Okay, go ahead and read.
Agent Camp 2026 keynote, the future of AI agents. The keynote introduces the concept of the agentic enterprise, moving beyond traditional chatbots into autonomous AI agents. It emphasizes how AI agents will reshape the future of work, highlighting their role in enterprise automation, decision-making, and collaboration.
Hello.
The video is hosted by the Global AI Community Channel, which has around 48,700 subscribers.
Can you join or should I end the meeting?
Okay. The video is hosted by the Global AI Community Channel, which has around 48,700 subscribers. The keynote has won notable attention with 37,000 views in just 3 months. Related content around the keynote includes AI career opportunities, certifications, startup strategies, and industry leadership talks, showing the broader ecosystem of AI innovation in 2026. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. You see how?
Okay, in short, it's talking about our browsing here again. I think these are just, the keynote has been summarized. You want me to continue with this?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, any questions? Do we have any questions? So Shay is not here today, so he couldn't make it. So if we have any questions, we could take your questions before we round up. Yep. No questions? Okay, if we don't have any questions, can we all put on a camera? And let's take a picture. Yep. And I'd like us to say, let me share this. You all have a camera on? Please turn on your camera, everyone. Yeah. Please turn on your camera. Yeah. Yeah, I see John's camera on. I see Edith. Yeah, I'm waiting for other cameras to come on. Okay, I see the people here attending physical. Yeah, so this is a hybrid event. With about 7 people physical. So let's turn on your camera. Let's see your face. Olive, Israel. Israel, you didn't tell us where you're joining from. Israel. Didn't say where you're joining from. Okay. All right. Okay. I see Tolu. I see people attending physical now. Yeah. I see David, Victoria. Yeah. And Mr. Ola. Okay, Tolu joined the others. Okay, Olive, I don't see your camera on. And Israel. Okay. So, John, you want to take a picture of everyone, please? Please let us know when you're done with the Agent Camp, the future of AI agents. Okay. I'd like us to have to do a thumbs up and say the future of AI agents, Agent Camp 2026. Are we ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The future of, I can hear you. Are we ready?
Agent Camp 2026.
Okay. Okay. The future, I'd like us to say the future of AI agents, Agent Camp 2026, Global AI Community. Are we ready? 1, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The future of AI agents, Agent Camp 2026, Global AI Community. Okay, thank you, everyone. Yeah, we appreciate you all. I hope you have all enjoyed the session. Yeah, and we look forward to having you all again next year, Agent Camp 2027. All right.
And I'd like to say something.
Okay, please go ahead.
Here.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Well done, Cheska Global Solution, for organizing this. I know this was organized in a very short time. We only had a few days to organize this. Thank you for putting your arm and your leg forward to organize this. And also, I'd like to say thank you for all those that came to support, on this mission. It's the first time. This is the first time Cheska Global Solution is organizing this. And I know, every year we're going to have this and we'll get better speakers to come and join. The starting point, when you start something, there are always challenges. We had challenges, but we overcame the challenges. So kudos to everyone that put out their heart, to help with this big project. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, we'd like to say a big thank you also to you, John, to all the facilitators, Olive, Shegun, and also to Tolu. Tolu came to at least, she's here actually, she came physical.
Well done, Tolu.
Yes, please can we give a round of applause to her? And even to the participants, all the people that came physical, please, a round of applause to you all and everybody here. Yeah, all the way from US, Edith, John, all the way from UK. Say a big thank you to you all joining. Yeah, and hope to see you all next year. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
And have a great weekend. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Great job, everybody. Thank you for making me smarter.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the support, everyone. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Well done.
Thank you. Great outing.
Mr. Shiri.
Mr. Shiri is here.
Awesome session.
Yes, it was. It was an awesome question.
The next trainer is here. Do we still want to take him? Can we take him?
Who's the
Let's
next trainer?
take it. Let's take it.
Sorry?
Yeah, let's take it.
Okay, we still have yeah, because it's scheduled till 7. So yeah. Okay. Okay.
So give him 5 minutes, please. He's just stepped in.
Okay.
Mr. Chiri, where is them that they can be? Yeah, that interesting. You think
Okay, while we wait, I'm going to just share my screen and show some very simple assignments just to give, I just want to know how well do you know your AI, right? So I'm going to share, it's actually a very old PowerPoint, like a while back as an icebreaker for my AI training. So forgive me if, there are many new ones that we have now. But let's see. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. All right, everyone. Let's see. How well do you know your AI? Let me know the tools that you know. You can unmute yourself once you see the screen.
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Okay, I can see from here. All right. If you can see my screen, all right, let's go. You can fastest fingers. Let's drop it on the chat, or you shout it out. How well do you know your AI? Okay, so here, what AI tool is this? Who knows the one where my mouse is on? Sorry?
I can't see your mouse.
You can't see my mouse. Okay, I'm highlighting it.
Okay, this one.
How well do you know your AI? How well do you know your AI? What tool is this? Anybody?
It's a strange looking one.
The very first one. You can unmute and speak if you know the answer. Oh, okay, my speaker was off. Okay, my speaker was off. Okay, what did she say? Sorry? No, that's not Mistral. That's perplexity. Perplexity. Yes, perplexity AI. All right, moving on to the next one beside. Who knows this one? Who knows this tool? Very easy. The logo is so close to the name. How well do you know your AI tools?
Parallel.
Mom?
I said parallel.
No.
Parallel something.
No, that's 11 Labs. Wow.
Oh, 11
okay.
Labs. Can you imagine?
Yes, 11 Labs.
Shame
like
on me.
one. Very that'd be an easy one
Shame
to get.
on me.
Okay, let me give you this one. Like everybody should know this one. What AI tool is this?
Copilot.
All right, we're getting somewhere. Okay, this one. Sorry? No, this is Runway ML. Who knows it? Who knows Runway ML? All right, moving on to the next tool. Let's see. This one, everyone should know this one. Everyone should know this one now. We interface with it like almost every day. People, someone should say it. Shout it out. Yes, ChatGPT. Okay. All right. This one now. What tool is this? What tool is this that I'm highlighting now? What tool is this? Everybody? Yeah, that's cool. Thank you very much. Okay, next one. What tool is, okay, that one is still, let me still give an easy one. What tool is this? This particular tool that I'm known, this is what I want to highlight. Yes, this tool. What tool is this? This one used to be free as at when I did this, but now it's no longer a free tool. but we all love it. And many people leverage it to make themselves different versions of their dreams and visions. Who knows the tool? Nobody? Crickets in the room? Okay, what tool is this? Yes, Mid Journey, thank you. Okay, and this tool, who knows this second to the last one here? This blue one, who knows it?
You could also type it on the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to
Otter
say
AI. Otter
Sorry?
AI. Otter
Yes,
AI.
correct. I think you're in the winning, right? Okay, between you and all right, and then the final one. Yes, Gemini, and the winner is Osinachi. All right, thank you so much, everyone. It's obvious that we need to learn our AI tools. Okay, so it's not just only ChatGPT. There are so many tools out there that could. Otter AI, yes, Otter, OTTER, Otter AI. That's this one that was over here, this blue one. Okay, so if I'm going to do a thicker edition of that one, that was just a simple prompt engineering class I had, and that was my icebreaker. So I'll do a deeper one that, would shift and shake everyone. Beyond just prompting normal ChatGPT, there are so many things. Let me see. If I show you this tool, if I share my screen, you will just get it. Okay, Lovable. Who knows what you can do with Lovable? Anybody? Who knows what you can use Lovable to do? Somebody said that should be for love. Who knows what you can do with Lovable? Okay, have we heard of anything before? Anything is an AI tool we can use to develop apps. So like even the agents that Dr. Olive, I don't know whether I'm prophesying that particular title, but Dr. Olive taught us, right? You can also use anything to maybe develop it into an app for yourself, maybe like a habit tracker app. So you can use anything for that. You can use Lovable to build websites. You can use Replit as well to build websites. These are all AI tools that you can leverage for like so many other things that you're doing. So guys, let's know our AI tools, right? I'm going to stop sharing now. And I want us to also try and maybe play like a simple game. Maybe say like 2 truths and 1 lie. Maybe you can drop it in the chat so that we can get to know more about you. We've been on this call for over 6 hours and we only know our first name. So if you can just go around and do some very quick introductions, maybe drop into the chat so that we don't clash ourselves. Your name, what you do, how you help people, right? So can we drop that in the chat, or if you want to say it here, please just shout it out loud.
Okay,
right?
okay, thank you. Okay, Tolu, thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's ready. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go
Okay,
ahead
please,
and just quickly say
can we have a round of applause for Tolu? Yeah. Thank you, Tolu. Okay, I'll share Mr. Shay's profile so we can introduce him. Yep.
All right. Okay, I'll just quickly mute as well while you bring that up. Is that fine?
Please, can you mute yourself if you're not speaking? Okay, you want to introduce him? You can do the abridged version.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and quickly say his profile. Well, let me just quickly say his profile, then you can unmute and take over.
And I've muted myself. I've muted myself, huh?
All right, okay. Oluwaseyi Oluwawumiju. He's a senior AI and cloud transformation consultant with over 25 years of experience helping enterprises, public sector organizations, and research institutions design and adopt Azure, AI, and secure cloud solutions responsibly. He works on a contract and consulting basis, supporting US-based organizations remotely while serving as CEO of a technology services firm. His work focuses on AI strategy, Azure cloud architecture, data analytics, governance, security, and executive advisory. He collaborates closely with project strategy and governance security or security experts to ensure solutions are business aligned, compliant, and sustainable. He is open to US time zone consulting engagements in Azure cloud architecture, AI strategy and responsible AI, data and analytics, Power BI, Microsoft 365, and security. Can we give a very lofty round of applause for Mr. Oluwaseyi Oluwawumiju? Can we see our reactions? Please let everyone react. Give a mighty clap. That was a very heavy profile I just read. Please, let's give it an amazing clap. Thank you so much, everyone. Over to you, Mr. Oluwaseyi. To mention, he'll be taking us on building a pizza ordering agent with Microsoft Foundry and MCP.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and sorry for coming a little bit late. I have been to 2 different sections today. I'm sorry for that, and I welcome everybody, and I'll go straight to what we want to do today, and I'll share my screen. Just let me know if you can see my screen, because I just have barely 36 minutes, because my time I started counting before I did. So I'll do my best to make sure that we get the best of today. Thank you, Tolu, for the introduction. And why we are here is to look at how we can build an agent. And I think from the Agent Camp, they want us to build for pizza. Now, I'm an advocate that always speak about African, and instead of building for pizza, I prefer we build for amala, which is a local dialect from the western side of Nigeria. If you have ever been to Lagos, or you have been around the western side, especially Ibadan, they have very good amala. And what is amala? Amala is yam flour. How do we build it and use it as an ordering hub? So this is me just to recount what she had said, and this you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Now, just as I said earlier, I believe in the philosophy of a professor called Chika. Everywhere I go, I talk about this lady, Chika Ezenai Ezeobu. She made a reference about a context of reality, the context of building a foundation with things that are familiar with us. That means everything we do, especially when it comes to the context of education, we get more traction when they are very close to us, real to us, and familiar with us. And I did a little research also with some NGO and also Chinese educational system. Chinese educational system were able to contextualize their education, especially technology, to something familiar. And that's why Ezeobu was telling them it was rather very, very far from us as Africans that the likes of alphabet, which is the foundational for every educational system in Africa, especially in Nigeria, where we have to use things like A for apple, B for ball. Now, the context of Ezobu is that, can we bring it familiar to ourselves? Can't we do something close to us, something we know that is real, like A for amala, B for boli, C for probably cassava and the likes. That will be something close to us, and that has been my philosophy. Another very good philosophy I have is that even in the era of AI, AI is not a replacement. AI is an assistant, is a co-pilot. So whatever we are seeing today is a people experience against leveraging on the tool. That means a balancer where your experience, what you want, what you do, like my contest now, how do I order, how do I build an app that can easily be used for what? Ordering amala online. And I'm going to go in a way that my AI will be intuitive, that is going to map with what we call an MCP. So in all, what we are saying now is that we are trying to build a leverage of our experience, which is how we live, what we do, something familiar with us, and how we leverage it with technology that is readily available. And in this case, we are looking at AI built around Microsoft Foundry. So in my agenda, I thought I'll be earlier, but I just have to collapse my time. I just have 35 minutes, so I might not be able to go through everything I plan to do, but I'll make sure I try my best. So in the agenda, we're going to look at the modern challenge we are, especially when you're building of your application, your app that is powered by AI. We are going to look at how Microsoft has built a solution, a platform called Microsoft Foundry. And we're going to do a little introduction of what's MCP, what's great about MCP, and architecture about it. We're going to lay a foundation, then we're going to see how we're going to build it around this solution called Amala. So let's look at a typical ordering system. Now, don't mind my diagram. I don't know why it gave me an cassation, a cassation, or an European store. Supposed to give me a local amala joint where we see amala and pomo and begiri, where you see it in display. So don't mind me. So what of the instance? Forget the diagram, the picture. The instance that we see that we need to order food. Now, a typical example, if you go to almost all these joints, especially amala joints, you notice that ordering is done either by queue. You can forceful sometimes, you can get in front. You make your order, they try to take the order, but some people are very unique. They have started creating system that you have different station to get the amala station. But you can see in this diagram, there's a station around the monitors, which tells you who comes first, who goes next. So that means they have a good system that they use to be able to act, to think, and to remember what they need to do. And that's the same thing we are trying to polish here. How do we create such system? Now, modern day, we notice that to order things, most time they are all built in silos, and sometimes it's rigid, and every time it's transitional. As I mentioned, just in the African context, for example, if I get to an amala joint or where they sell amala anywhere in Lagos, Surulere, or Mushi or something, now the transaction here is that, who do I know? Maybe I'm a regular customer. Now you find out that the waiter will first deal with me because they know me. I've been patronizing them always. So we see such situation even in modern day, where we see things built around ordering systems that are very rigid, and they're always in silo. And the conversation now makes customer experience sometimes might not be palatable and sometimes might be good. So let's look at it in three different broad ways. One, how do we ensure we break it down into small menu? Now, creating a menu is the first thing. And that menu is like your inventory. about the food available. And that menu is integrated into the back end. That is where they make the amala, how many amala they can get. For us in Africa, for example, we know to quantify amala in terms of plates, in terms of how it's going to be. To sell it is easy, but how do we quantify in terms of inventory? We need a system that will be logical to be able to leave every of these parts that makes this order reasonable and take it from the silo and bring it into a collaborative system. Two, we need to now begin to react and allow our AI to stand in front of us to react to requests, to enact what we call natural conversation that every waiter that we have in every of our joint can do. For example, good afternoon. What do you want today? I want amala of 3 pounds or 3, I don't know what they call it. They use something to take this amala. Now, when they take the amala, locally, there's a name they call it. You'll be able to cultivate the amala and put it in a plate. Now, that kind of conversation, we need to now create what we call a flow from our agents to be able to understand Yoruba. Understand that means the amala in this context will be speaking with people both in Pidgin, in English, and Yoruba. Then the point now is that we want this thing to be always 24/7 ready to do things. So it should be autonomous. It should have a logic at which it appreciates and live this inventory into reality. So majorly, what matters here is how do we use the tool. I've told you the context, the build up, the use case now. Now, the tool I'm going to look at, if time permits me, that we are going to look at a tool called Microsoft Foundry. Now, with Microsoft Foundry, we're going to unify this app and the agent together. Now, we're going to now use that agent to speak with what we call an MCP server, which can be designed to be able to get logic in terms of data, in terms of application that is required, etc. So that means we are going to have unified infrastructure, which Microsoft Foundry will give us. Two, we are going to look at different models that can be applicable to fit us, especially for amala production. Then build in what we call a way by which we can observe, train, and version this system as the time goes on. So what is MCP? MCP is called Model Context Protocol. Now, what do you do with this? Now, it's like an interface. It's like if you have ever been to a deserted area, one very good thing you see in deserted area is a spider web. Now, the spider web have a central, and each of the web are connected. And MCP is like universal interface that speak to what we call the LLM. LLM, what is that? Large language model. Now, in this view, we are trying to build it around what we call enterprise system. What are enterprise system? Now, enterprise system are systems that is beyond 300, that is running to 1,000, something in context of not just 100, but moving to 1,000. And it operates in a way that you integrate it with the LLM at real time. It look at the data source, and also it can talk to what we call an external API. What is API? API is just like an interface, a web or program interface that can integrate an application and allow another application to integrate with it. So we are seeing now under Microsoft, using Microsoft Foundry, we are seeing that we are going to use an MCP who is going to connect us with enterprise data. Maybe I have pool of people that have ordered amala over the years, or I have a few people that have that have their database that come to my shop to buy amala. That can be my database. I integrate with MCP, and I can also talk to some API, maybe some API relating to things around customer services, around proper getting sentiment about what my people do. Then with that, I can integrate it to a security structure, which is built on Foundry. And that also, I can now bring this inventory into life as people come to my center to get my amala, or call online. I should be able to look at the services or the order they want and allow this agent to be able to talk to them. So furthermore, you can see the architecture. You can see MC server connect real time to the menu and order to bring it back to the Microsoft Foundry stand as the agent, the AI, to be able to talk to the MCP, and the logic here is being drilled down by Python agent, which is a way by which it talks to custom system prompt. Now here we need to print several logic here. When there is the prompt, how will the agent look at those prompts and how will they conceive it as a product? So laying the foundation one, we're going to build it around Foundry, which is installing things like Python, but I'm not sure that we'll be, because of my time, be able to do that today. But I'll just take us to Foundry and I'll give us to some concept at which we can build around Foundry. Then another major thing here is that we need to create an agent. Now that agent is going to be customer facing. The persona here is to be able to be prompted rightly, and it should talk in a very friendly way in languages that are close to the proximity of those that want the customer that want this amala. Then you have to have a chat capability around the conversation, and that conversation should just be not just one, it should be multi-tone in order to bring a very good foundation. Now, having all this, we can bring other things in now in the context of building it for future. We can bring RAG. What is RAG? RAG is a system by which we now power our AI to be more contextual, to be more granular, to be more very close to us, especially with the data we have. A knowledge base that we have in the past, we connect it to the agent, and it can make the prompting easy, and it can make easy for the call outs. Then we can also add dynamic tool calling, where we can have a way by which we can calculate. If I'm buying two, well, I don't know what they call it, abo, or I can say it in Yoruba, abo or something. 2 laps, yeah, thank you.
2 laps.
2 laps of amala. Now, how do I contest in the calculator? Now, if I order for that, what is it for the backend to be able to understand what 2 wrap is, how much it costs, and that can invoke what we call real-time computation. That means computing what I have and telling me what is the price, how much it will cost, and what the customer will pay. Then I can also look at getting more awareness. That means creating what we call an inflow of seamless system that can even help me to drive down sentiment about my customer. Now, the major thing here is to be able to integrate this real time. And that's where the MCP comes in. MC server acts as a secure bridge that get the amala agent and the backend services, because the backend services require a lot of things. They need to know the number of call customers asking for amala, how many bowls, how many wrap they want, what are the things they need in case, because when you dish amala, sometimes you dish it with delicacies like soup. And for African, there are several soup we have. And traditionally for us in Nigeria, especially from the western side of Nigeria, I'm not talking of the eastern, where we have Ofe Ogonogu. Sorry, I'm speaking vernacular, Ofe Ogbono, and the rest. But for Yoruba, we have Ewedu and Gbegiri, and a very good delicacy that you can take with amala. So in real time, the system will be able to bridge between the amala agent and the back-end services. So whenever in real time, the menu is called by customer, the agent get the menu, you look at the inventory, probably there's wrap on the table, which is counted. How do we count it? We have to create a logic around doing what we call, it can be manual for now because there's nothing that's coming to my mind to make it very automatic or automated, where those amala can be wrapped, or we can put it in what we call boxes of numbers. So once the system look at the box that is filled up by weight, it tells you have 10 wraps there. From that wrap, it can deduce that for the people that will come in, it knows what is available, how many amala can be shipped out to be bought, and how many one can go to the other point of sale. That means the stew area. So how do I deploy it? First of all, I must leverage creating a prototype, because this is unique. You must create a prototype that can be tested and iterated to test the prompting and ensure it's working. Then I must leverage the cloud system. And one of the cloud systems for AI is Foundry, which is a platform that we can do most of the things. And because we know that a lot of things will happen, especially when we want to scale it, we now involve what we call a continuous iteration, where you can prompt, reprompt, and use this tool to educate and to enhance the AI to be able to be more smarter and better in doing what it wants to do, especially in creating an avenue to sell amala. Then for the enterprise ready, then if you are scaling out, you have now more customer over 1,000 or 10,000, then you can now put your infrastructure into scale. So with that, I'll just go into my lab. I have a few more minutes. I'll just go into my lab. I'm going to use a lab environment. So the first thing we need to do is to log into Azure Foundry. Now, Azure Foundry, as I said, is a place by which you sign in. Once you sign into the Foundry, it takes you. Now, I'm using the modern one. Now, the modern one, you can see the enterprise. You have the model that is there. Every model you want can browse to all those models. We can see a lot of models. This is where you need to do what we call mapping of what you want to do, which model will be best for you, especially when you want to do the amala. So let's sign in. Let's go to Foundry. Let's just sign into the Foundry, and let's begin. So where is the sign in? We still create with this new Foundry. So start building. Okay, let me log in. So I'm using subscription from one of my lab environments to do this. Remind me, let's say this. Close this, yes. So I got the Foundry, then I'm in. Now, the first thing for me is to create a project. I need to create a project, and you are aware our project is called Amala with ease. Let me call my Amala with ease. That will be the name. Then here, I'm going to use the resource because of subscription and resource of my lab. And that is, I have I'm going to look at the region, very key, and resource group. We need to have a resource group. Then I create it. Now, once it's created, it takes me to two things I need here. I need to get some major things. One of them is the key. I need to get the endpoint key and also get what we call the project endpoint. Once it's finished creating, you see it. Most time I advise you have and keep it in your notepad so that you don't forget. So so I've created the Amala project. Then I'm going to now go and deploy the catalog that I need. So I'm going to look at GPT 4.40 to deploy this for the Amala with ease. Then I'll build now the Amala Kitchen MCP. Now the MCP now will start with integration with the API, wherever, to get the inventory of the number of Amala we have, in the production line? How many do we do per hour? Because all these things are not justified in our current amala system, especially those that sell it. But if we can quantify it into a very good process and system, they can give us an advantage. So we're going to build the amala kitchen, amala MCP server shortly. But first, let's deploy the 4.0. So let me go back. So it has finished creating. Then let's go. This will just give you some highlights, how to build agent,